What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 1 of the Midnight Channel. This is a podcast that Brendan and I have been working on for a while now. So I'm really, really excited for this. And I'm also really nervous about this. So as you can see, we have 4 people, including me. And I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves going around. So I'm going to start with my co-host, Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon, a variety streamer on the Discord. Currently playing through Xenoblade on stream. All that good shit.
All right. Thank you, Brandon. Okay, so now I'll let Ivan introduce himself.
My name is Ivan. Currently, I'm just playing Phasmophobia and Genshin pretty much every single day. I don't really have any type of content to stream. I'm more Jesus or Itachi Cosplay's friend. And I'm a computer science game design major right now in college. So I'm just currently studying how to make games and currently making games myself.
All right, thanks, Ivan. And now I'll go ahead and let Berto introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Berto, rock band Trigger on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer too. Last thing I played was Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I was doing all Castlevania October. Got to Symphony of the Night. Probably gonna finish that up. That's it. That's me.
That's nice. So yeah, and Berto, did you mention what your Twitch is?
Oh, my Twitch is Rockman Trigger.
Yeah. So go make sure you check out Rockman because Berto is an awesome friend and he has some really, really cool streams.
Oh shucks.
So
it's super chill.
Yeah. So we're gonna be covering a bunch of gaming news topics in the podcast, and I want this to be bi-weekly at first. We're probably gonna transition this to being weekly eventually, but we're gonna start off as bi-weekly. So it's really fun. So we're gonna start off with some smaller news topics, and we're gonna answer some viewer submitted questions in the meantime. We will be taking questions from chat, but I already have a lot of Discord questions, so I can't promise that we're gonna take every question. If you want if you want to ask a question, redeem the highlight message. So thank you for the host, Roberto.
Figured I would.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
I might have forgot to also.
And there's Brandon with the host. Oh man.
It auto does it to people.
Mm-hmm. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if you want to ask a question, you guys can redeem the highlight message so that we can actually see it, because I don't have chat up because of my webcam, and so I have chat, but it's in the overlay and it's really, really tiny for me, so I have a hard time seeing it, but I see all of you beautiful people in the chat, so thank you guys for being here. Whoa, who are the 2 mystery guests? It is Berto, or Rockman, and Ivan, or UBSNasty on the Discord. Alright, so we're gonna go for the first topic. And the first topic that I want to talk about is going to be... Where's the list? Oh god! Okay, so... Alright guys, I don't know if you guys heard, but the Yakuza director wants to make a Sonic game. So I don't know if you guys
let him do it.
I don't know if you guys heard about it, but he really, really wants to make a Sonic game, and he says that he wants to. I don't remember his exact quote, but it was something along the lines of, "If I were to make a Sonic game, it would be different, or it wouldn't be the same Sonic."
Shadow the Hedgehog 2. I'll take that. More guns.
No, it needs to be about Knuckles. It needs to be about Knuckles.
Knuckles the Hedgehog.
I need more Knuckles raps in my life.
Oh
that would
god,
make everything for me.
No, not chuckling. That's such a bar.
And
I need Pumpkin Hill 2.
Pumpkin Hill 2. Oh gosh. Well,
yeah,
the thing
just
about
call it
this,
that. Pumpkin Hill 2. That's the name of the song.
That's it.
It's the name of the game.
So,
just a game that repeats on. That shit's a bomb.
So Ivan is I think the only one out of the four of us that
I haven't
hasn't touched Sonic much at all.
I've touched
God.
Sonic a good amount. I just haven't touched Sonic recently. I played a ton of Sonic games when I was a kid in middle school, but recently the only reason I played was Sonic Mania.
All right.
But what
as-
what game when you were in middle school? I want to know. As the old man, I need to
Oh
know.
God.
Sonic
Oh,
Unleashed and
God.
Sonic Physics.
Oh,
And I enjoyed both games.
Sonic 2. 2 is what I first played.
Sonic 2
Genesis
Wii
was
first
the
Two
place.
was
console
also
was
what
the
I started
baby.
playing as well because we had a Sega Genesis.
Oh,
ourselves.
nice.
I played Heroes. That's what I go for. Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, unfortunately.
My
Oh, God.
my first Sonic
Yeah.
game was what was it? I can't even
Wasn't
remember.
it Adventures?
No, it wasn't an adventure. It was Sonic 3, I believe. And I don't know
So
what
bad, it's a good
possessed me
Sonic
to
game.
play. I don't remember what possessed me to play Sonic 3 first, because it was the Sonic Mega Collection. It was the Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube. And I don't know why. I didn't choose 1, I didn't choose 2, I just went straight to 3.
Yeah.
Okay. But
It's an obvious
anyways,
starting point.
yeah, the Yakuza director wants to make Sonic game, and I say go for it because I think he could make a really, really interesting Sonic game. I think it could be what Sonic Chronicles was supposed to be. I don't know if
Just
either of you guys,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you guys remember Sonic Chronicles, but it was supposed to be an RPG.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
ended up being-
I was also thinking that like if he were to take a different direction, he's probably going to do the same thing where he did with the recent Yakuza, where he made an RPG,
yeah,
or make a better Sonic beat 'em up.
and it would probably end up being really, really, really crazy.
Yes.
Unleashed
I would
was
love
a
a
beat 'em
Sonic
up?
beat 'em up. That's dope.
Yeah, Sonic beat 'em up would be really cool.
Like if it were to actually happen, I believe he would either consider it an RPG for Sonic or a beat 'em up for Sonic.
Yeah, it would
Like
definitely be
the
that.
werewolf parts of Unleashed.
Like Unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The half of Unleashed that people dislike. Just do that actually properly.
I enjoyed Unleashed.
I enjoyed those stages, but
I didn't
I'm
play
very
it.
sad I did not beat the game because I got the game in a yard sale. The disc was very scratched up as a kid. So I only got halfway to the game.
oh no.
That sucks.
I could no longer use a trick of putting rubbing alcohol in it or water and then cleaning it off anymore. It was just completely done.
Well,
I put my copy of Sonic 06 in my Xbox 360 upside down. Now it has rings on it.
Oh, Brandon.
Oh, that's very
It wasn't
scratched up.
me. No, I think it was like because we stood it up on its side, so you
Mhm.
didn't know what the disk drive to put it on. I was like, Dad, I don't think it goes on that side. And he's like, No, it does. Don't worry. We put it in. You hear a violent sound.
I
Never
can't.
walked again. I still have it. If,
Oh, okay.
probably better.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll probably do 2 questions, just because we have a lot of questions, and they'll probably answer questions in between awards as well once we get into that major topic. So let me go ahead and get the first question, and this one might start a bit of discussion. So
I'm not prepared for any of these, by the way, except for
yeah.
one.
I haven't prepared for any of these. So
Yeah, me either.
Lou asks, do you think they will release a Zelda collection like with 3D All-Stars? And if so, what games do you expect to see? So, I personally think that they will do something similar. But I don't know exactly to what extent. I have a few ideas. I have a few ideas. So I think they might do an Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask dual pack, or a Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD dual pack. I think that's one of the collections that they'll do.
They could sell them individually. Zelda has a. I think Zelda has a lot more.
They
What?
could. They could have
Games.
also
do.
sold 64 Sunshine and Galaxy separately. Not for
Should have sold them
60. Not for
separately.
60,
They should
but
have been-
they could have sold them separately.
Yeah, because next year's the anniversary, so
Is it next year? I thought it was in 2 years.
Nope, it's next year. Next year's gonna
no,
be
next year February
big.
35th.
Next year's gonna be big for Zelda because they've had
Fallout 2?
they've had Breath of the Wild 2 in the works. They've had a rumor. IG Anuma said that he was like, "Yo, you guys want Skyward Sword HD?" and in a concert, like they had a 30th anniversary concert, or 30 something anniversary concert. He was like, "Yo, you guys want Skyward Sword HD?" And everyone started cheering.
People, I thought people hated that game.
Skyward Sword? People did this.
People like it.
Yeah, people
Well,
like it.
It's one of those things. People come around to Zelda. It's a cycle.
Well, I think it's not. I'm not 100% sure from Skyward Sword, but I think people did not like it because of the controls.
That was something with it, but the thing is they would have to find some way to incorporate the controls, because that was Skyward Sword's gimmick.
Yeah,
the controls were pretty accurate.
integral to the game.
But I'm sure they'll be able to do something if they were to like put it into the pack if it was real. Because I mean, look what they did to Sunshine. Because Sunshine was very heavily like Sunshine was, or not Sunshine, Galaxy. Sorry,
Mhm.
Galaxy. Like Galaxy was a game that like really showed off like how you can use the Wii remote and all.
No, with a sensor. But the thing is, with Skyward Sword, you need Skyward Sword required the Wii Motion Plus, which required more precise strikes.
It's way more in depth than Galaxy.
Yeah, like
in terms of how much motion you need.
Link's arm straight up followed the motions of the player, and like a lot of the enemies were designed that you were supposed to beat them by doing the correct motions. Like you're supposed to like they had cuts on their shield, so you had to cut their shield in half and a bunch of stuff like that. So that's why I think Skyward Sword HD will be really, really tough for them to do, but I think they can do it. I think they can do it. As bad as this sounds, this probably isn't the best idea, but the immediate design, like the immediate thought, is that Joy-Con only docked, no Pro Controller support, and in handheld you have to use the touchscreen to do the motions. That's like my immediate idea, which isn't the best workaround, but that's like the first one I can think of, because I see no way of doing it with the Pro Controller.
Is it worth it at that point to put in that much effort?
Yeah.
Well, if people want it, people will buy it. The thing is, it might be worth it. People would buy it.
How
I mean, personally,
go ahead.
The Zelda collection I'd want to see on Switch is a Zelda like handheld. So give me
Ooh.
Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, Minish Cap. Give me all those games in the Link's Awakening engine. Boom, you got me. I'm sold.
Ooh, that would be nice. It's unfortunately probably not going to happen, but that would be nice. That'd be
I don't think a Zelda collection is going to happen. I feel like if they sold them, it would just be, oh, here's the 3 games that we, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and then if they did something with Skyward Sword, it's just, just them again.
Yeah, I also
we already had them on Wii U.
Yeah, I also agree that they might not come with a 3D collection. I think it'll be new remakes for some 3D from 3DS games to make them more accessible.
Yeah,
or I think there's some on DS games too. I think.
Yeah, there was Spirit Tracks, not Spirit
Tracks,
Spirit Tracks, and
Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah, Phantom Hourglass. That's the one. That's the one. I never played either of those. Which
I have not played.
Those relied heavily on touch controls, so that'd be an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean they did it with The World Ends With You, which would have made a great segue for the next topic, but unfortunately I can't use that right now. But yeah, they did that with The World Ends With You, so maybe, but I don't think
the controls aren't that great.
Yeah.
It really is a touch game.
It is. Let's see. Rain. So Rain just asked a question, so I'm gonna go ahead and choose Rain's quickly. All right. So Rain asked, "Do you guys think that Nintendo is too much into ports since the Switch release? And where's WarioWare for Switch?" Okay. So.
Oh God, I would love a WarioWare on Switch, please.
Yeah, I would also really, really like a WarioWare on Switch. As for leaning on ports, yes and no. I think yes, they've been really port savvy, but let's be honest. I'm pretty sure the 4 of us have a Wii U, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're 4 in like 13 million. We're 4 out of like 13 million. No one bought a Wii U. So like I understand why they're doing the ports, and the thing is, at least they're enhancing the ports. Not all of them weren't $60
Yeah.
price tags, but at least they're enhancing them. Like 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. That looks
Yes.
like a really well done, and they look like they're improving. Like they're making a lot of the movements faster, which like this for an example is like the startup run for the startup run for Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. It's faster now. You get moving faster. It's not as slow of a build for it. So so yeah, no,
So-
and I actually want to ask you guys something. What's a Wii U port out of the few that are left that you guys would want?
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
That's the one I was gonna say too.
It's the
know
only
the game,
thing
I
that's
don't know.
still. It's the only thing left. That's it.
They've done a good job porting every Wii U game, as they should. That console bomb. Just resell those games on an actual console. For
It was a
fucking
good
40 or
console,
60.
just
Really,
Just
all
badly,
the games
like,
that I have
advertised.
really all the games that I have right now are already remade. So there's like, I don't know really many Wii U games
I
that I would want.
I don't know, Smash 4. Sure, why not? I'll take Smash 4
Tekken
again.
3? No, I would not take Smash 4 again.
I love me some Smash 4.
No.
Broken Rosalina. I miss Broken
I-
Rosalina.
No, I cannot go back into Smash 4.
Yeah, it's tough going back. Okay.
Yeah, they ported most of the Wii U games I have on my shelf, or giving them sequels,
Yeah.
or
Like every single Wii game except for every single
Besides-
Wii U game that I have except for Nintendo Land has been ported over.
yeah. I mean,
the only ones are the obvious. The Zeldas.
Yeah.
Port the Zeldas, but that's probably gonna happen at some point.
Yeah, One
It's
Waker
free
HD,
money.
I guess. You could say
Wind
One
Waker
Waker HD.
HD.
Yeah, times 2. HD 1.5
No,
remix.
it's Wind Waker HD portable.
That's
No, it's Wind
They-
Waker. It's Wind Waker Switch HD.
Waker Switch HD. Super Wind Waker.
Switch Wind Waker HD.
So I'm
Nah,
adding I'm adding names to everyone on the overlay, by the way, because Gambi asked for it. I should have done that beforehand, but
That is
Really
helpful.
should've.
I should have done it
I
beforehand.
gave you the heads up.
Is there gonna be
Okay.
enough? Oh, there's room.
He's
There's
learning.
enough room for us. to
Doing
put
he's
our
doing his job.
heads. He is
It's a work in
doing-
progress.
Hoobie. Is it? Yeah, it's 2 H's, right? Or do you want me to just put Brandon?
Just put Brandon. Everyone's gonna call me Brandon.
Brando.
Yeah.
Brando.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask another question, just so we can talk while I'm doing this. Okay, next question is by Ginka. Do you think a Switch Pro or a new Switch is in the works? And if so, what do you think they will be adding to it to improve over the original Switch? So this isn't like the Switch 2. This is like a Switch revision, like coming out next year.
Well, I mean, the Switch hardware is pretty old already. It was like, I think it was like it's a kind of a redone NVIDIA Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's better like hardware that exists that they could just, it has better processing. It can like run games at 60 frames or something. So
Yeah.
it's not out of the realm of possibility. But like, Nintendo's done it before. New Nintendo 3DS. So like,
7 total games.
I would buy it.
I'm
I
not gonna lie, I probably would too.
But you can play Super Nintendo on there.
I'd buy it because they own my soul.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah.
I'd be happy about it, but it is a mandatory evil, I guess. I mean,
It'll run
Do
Age
more
of
with it.
Calamity better.
yeah, it probably would. Yeah. So I actually have 2 ideas for a
mine
Switch.
Comic Sans.
No, you're in P5 Hattie or whatever it's called.
Gammy said Brandon and Comic
Persona
Sans. I was
5
like,
font or Persona 5 Royal font?
It's the Persona 5 vanilla font. I don't have the Royal font.
That's,
the text box ones.
Yeah, I don't have the Royal font, which in my opinion looks cleaner.
Royal font looks so much nicer.
So I actually have 2 ideas for a Switch revision, and one might not be the one people want, but it's the one I think might be a better decision. So one is a everyone wants it. Switch Pro. I don't think it'll have too many. It'll still play the same games, obviously. I don't think it'll have any exclusive games. I think that would be a bad idea. It would be a pretty bad idea. I think just make it run the current games a little bit better. Now, the one I think would be better to do to get more Switches in the house is something that Sony did, but they failed at doing it. It was good, but it bombed because the Vita bombed. Yes, I think they should make a Switch TV. It's just a little thing. It maybe you bundle it with a Pro controller, $100, 150 bucks, and it's only docked, but it plays all the games and comes with a controller.
Digital only?
No, it plays the cartridges because the PSTV. Yeah, the PSTV took in Vita cartridges, and they just put the Vita games on the TV, and that's actually how I played Persona 4 Golden, courtesy of Diana. Thank you, Diana. So that's actually how I played Persona 4 Golden. So I think that would sell a lot because there's a lot of people that would just see it and impulse buy because it's so cheap.
That's a fair point. I don't think they would.
Think just imagine just picking up Breath of the Wild or Odyssey, which is $50 at Walmart, so $50 and then $100 box, play it and just plug it in and play it. So I think they can do that. Also, I do see the appeal of a Switch Pro though, and I do feel like that will get. I think a Switch Pro would actually get more rebuys than new buys though, and I think a Switch TV would get more new people.
I feel like they could do a Switch Pro though, and then drop the prices of both the Switch Lite and the regular Switch to like, I think what Switch Lite's 200, drop it to like 150, drop
they could
a Switch to like 200, and then the 300 model is the Pro.
They could,
and there you go.
They could very well do that. Whatever. Put both of them out there. Put both of them out. Put 100, 150, 200, and 300.
I want
Easy.
my Switch TV. I mean, yeah, have 4 SKUs out there. It's not, confusing at all.
4 SKUs, and it just that all adds up, and then it beats out the Wii. It beats out the Wii easy.
I mean, no matter what you do, you're gonna beat the Wii U, and that's all that matters.
Already beat the Wii U. It's actually the Switch is actually Nintendo's second best selling system console wise. It just needs to catch up to the Wii, and it's already, and then it becomes Nintendo's best selling system. I can't remember.
What's behind the Wii before?
I can't remember. Did the DS sell more than the Wii? Or is the
no?
Oh, so the Wii is the highest selling. Because I remember hearing that the DS was over 100 mil.
I can check.
All the DSs or just everything until 3DS?
DS up to 3DS. Because I know it already beat out. Oh, actually, no, it's not up to 3DS yet. It's almost at 3DS. It's like 10 million or 15 million away from 3DS. But
it says DS family 154 million.
Okay, so it beat out the Wii. Because the Wii is like 110s or 20s, I believe.
Yeah. 7 different versions over what, decade and a half?
For a while. I do think that the Switch will beat out the Wii by the end of the cycle. I think the Switch has 3 years left.
Oh, definitely.
I think the Switch has 3 years left. Maybe 4 if they want to push it, but that would be really pushing it because I'm pretty sure starting next year or in 2 years, they're probably going to lose most third-party support except for cloud versions or older ports. Because they probably could do some cloud versions. I think they're actually testing it. So actually, I'm going to lean into, this is a topic I want to talk about, but I actually didn't write down.
Switch U?
No, I think they might be testing the waters to bring some version of Game Pass to the console. Because
like Xbox Game Pass?
Xbox Game Pass, because Microsoft and Nintendo have been really
Been
buddy
a
buddy,
rumor for a long time.
and they've been talking. Like there's been a lot of back talk about whether the Switch is getting Game Pass, whether it's not getting Game Pass. It's getting a lot of Xbox games, and I think there's some deal. I think Nintendo's gonna obviously want to cut. They're gonna set restrictions like games that are being put on the Switch aren't gonna be on it. Games that they could only be streamed with xCloud or something. There's a lot of like back end deals that need to go on for that to work, but I think it could work. I think it could work, and
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at this point with
Yeah.
how many Microsoft games have come to the Switch.
Yeah. So can you
I
guys
just want
still see me?
achievements. Just give me a reason to go play Odyssey
I
again.
also do want achievements.
Oh God.
Just give a small little point counter. I don't
We
care
can
if it
see
like
Wait.
Just-
Am I still?
I think
did
the
I?
stream's dying.
Yeah, the stream died for a bit. Yeah, it
Stream.
died for a bit. It back
Weird.
though.
we back.
Sorry, we back. Yeah,
It back.
everything just froze for a bit.
Cool.
Is my camera still fine? Can you guys still see me?
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Still see you.
Yeah, everything just died for a bit, but it's all okay now. So we back. All right, so let me go ahead and we'll go into the next official topic, which was a segue I kind of wanted to do earlier, but I couldn't really do. So, The World Ends With You. I think
World Ends
only Berto and I. Or Berto, have you played it?
Okay, yeah, I've played this game.
Okay, so
I love
okay.
this game.
Okay, so me and Berto are the dudes for this. There's a countdown going on. It was posted by Square Enix Development Division 1, which works on console games. There was a theory going around that this could be just another trailer for the anime or a mobile game, but this is from Division 1. Oh, we're gonna get The World Ends With 2.
I would hope that we would get they've been teasing this game for like how many years now? Like since they did the mobile port of the original game. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna add extra content, and then it's like,
Where
what are you
is it?
doing? Stop
Where is it?
yanking me around. Just give me 22, please.
Yeah,
Calling 2.
yeah. The World Ends With 2, and it has to be called that, or else as we call The World Ends With 2. I really hope that it happens.
Dumb name.
Yo, thank you
Such
for the host, AZ. I really appreciate it, buddy.
Such a dumb name.
Dude, it has to happen.
It's
It's
such
perfect.
a good option, though.
It has to
It's
happen.
perfect.
It is very good.
It's so
This is gonna
good.
be like Resident Evil Village all over again. I'm gonna hate it. I hope you get cursed with Martin card.
Oh,
Getting this
God.
one right.
Oh man, no, I'm just a god at naming games. We need marker X. We need marker X. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be 9. They're not gonna count the mobile game. I hope they don't. I
Alright.
hope they don't. Just give it 9. Don't be 10. I hope if it is 10, I hope the 10 is the I and O in Mario, and I hope it looks dumb. That's my
So the
Martin card.
Martin Gar. Oh, God.
Martin cards.
So I'm gonna go to a question since we can't really talk. Well, we can talk a lot about The World Ends With You, but then Ivan and Brandon wouldn't really say anything.
My knowledge is limited
Yeah.
to dream drop distance.
Oh,
I mean,
That's all I got.
we want
I
it.
don't really
We
know.
want it. I hope it's a game.
yeah, we want it. We might talk about it a tiny bit next podcast because it's what 3 more days until we find out what they're showing, and if it's a mobile game, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be.
it's card.
Twe gotcha.
The Twi X Union Cross. Oh no.
Oh no.
They would do. They would do
Twe
it.
medals and Union Cross.
I wouldn't
Is-
put it past
I think
them.
they probably exist already.
They might. I don't know. I don't play Union Cross, so I have no idea.
Who made
I-
The World Ends With You? Is that No More's dumbass again?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Just look at
Someone
the
stop
characters.
him.
What do you think?
Yeah, you look at the characters. It's
Someone stop
Nomura.
that man.
Thank you for
He's
the
on a
host,
tirade.
Kika.
He needs to be stomped.
Oh man, never.
Oh, of course it is. Designer.
Honestly-
Tetsuya Nomura. Dude's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Twewi's my favorite thing he's probably made.
I don't know what my favorite thing is. Kingdom Hearts 3 ruined me, but
I mean, I love Kingdom Hearts, but Twewi is just such a good, like, complete package
Yeah.
that, like, I just love it.
Toby is so good. I don't know. Yeah, thank you for the host, Lou. I appreciate it, bud.
So many people are hosting.
Yeah, all of you. I started with Berto and Brandon, and then everyone just started host. But it's very, very much appreciated. All right, so I'm gonna go
Twewi eats Kingdom
ahead.
Hearts for breakfast.
I saw somebody say that.
I mean, I agree.
Okay, so Adrian asked, how hard do you think it is for a game to go 10 years with support? An example that he brought up is World of Tanks, having its like 10th anniversary event the other day or this year. Oh, actually, I don't know, but that's the example that he gave.
It depends if it's a. Depends on what type of game it is. It's
Well-
pretty random. Fucking Toontown ran for 10 years on
How
the
did
dot,
Toontown
and,
run
Yeah.
for 10 years?
and Wizards 101 is still running to this day, and it started in 2000.
Wizards 101, get me out of this call.
11 years in.
Brand's kicked off of this call for bringing up Wizards
Wizards
101.
101's good. Y'all should try it. It's on
I'm
Steam.
good. I'm okay.
It's on Steam?
Yeah, they made it on
What?
Steam. It was
No.
a whole problem because they put it on Steam. It was a big deal. They did it out of nowhere, but then they said, "Oh, you can't connect your account to Steam. So if you had a membership or characters on an account, it couldn't be transferred to Steam. You can't
Uh-huh.
do that. But they do crossplay with each other. It's not crossplay. It's on the same. It's PC. They
Oh.
do play with each other, and it was a whole issue. Yeah, 11 years in. They're still going strong. The player base is stronger than ever. Toontown has private servers now because Disney dropped that shit. I mean, without
Yep.
hesitation, shots to Club Penguin.
Yeah.
But
It is-
But yeah, I think it just depends on the audience and what kind of game it is. Because like, I mean, Maple Story is still around. RuneScape's still kicking. Like, people find a thing and then they get attached to it, and then like even if they're passionate enough, they'll keep it alive like Toontown. We're just
Yeah.
like, no, I want to be a Toon. I want to throw pies at everyone.
Yeah,
It is.
they added alligators.
Yeah.
It is very hard to try and keep a game up for alive because I don't think it's just solely reliant on the community being alive. It also relies on the actual developers of the game to keep it alive and to respond accordingly. Because they have to do it in an appropriate manner to where they don't ignore them. They just
Mhm.
do the wrong things and it messes everything up, or they add too much content where everything is just overflown and it's way too much things and people are turned off and just leave on to a different game that might come out. And that's another thing that they can't control. Other than the community is another game of that same genre
Yeah.
being
Maybe-
much better and much more
Maybe-
popular.
mhm.
Well,
That's
when
where
the question
So it is. I believe it is very, very hard
I
to
also
try and
think.
keep the game alive
yeah.
for
I
10
also think
years.
it's really hard.
It's not just on the community. I think it's also relying on the actual devs as well as what games are out currently.
Yeah, because I mean, look
That's-
at PUBG. It was the most streamed game on Twitch, and then Fortnite actually not even slowly, quickly took it over. Fortnite
Yes.
just
Yeah,
wiped
free
it,
and children. I'll do
wiped
it.
out of existence, and
Yes.
PUBG is still alive. It's still being updated, but it is nowhere near as popular. And I don't know if PUBG is going to be alive for 10 years. I'm pretty confident Fortnite will be, but I cannot say with confidence that PUBG will be alive in a few years. And then what was that one game that was similar to Overwatch or something? I forgot what it was called. Battleborn?
Paladins.
No, Battleborn or something?
Battleborn.
No,
No, not
Battleborn,
Battleborn.
Battleborn. Yeah.
Battleborn died.
No, I think it was Paladins.
Paladins was the
I think I know what
first-
game you're talking about, but it was on the same line as Battleborn.
Okay, well,
forgot
so
what it's
what was Battleborn similar to? Because Battleborn died like at launch. Because I
completely
remember
forgot.
comparisons being run with Battleborn, and Battleborn just like it got 1 foot off the ground and then it just fell to a pitfall. And it just,
Yeah,
I think the same time. So that's what made them low competitive, is they were both online games that came out very close to each other, and they were huge.
Yeah, so that's why
what's Paladins?
Paladins is very, 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 very similar to Overwatch, and it's being updated now. So Paladins is good right now, but like Battleborn had like a year, and then servers got shut down. So I think it's tough. Anthem, Avengers is probably the newest example.
Yeah, I was gonna mention Avengers as the example. Yeah,
I just thought about
who's
it.
playing that?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the article, but apparently 90-something% of the player base already stopped playing on Steam. Jeez.
That did not take long.
And
it's very rough.
So it's tough.
That's the problem with buying into a game as a service. They're telling you they're gonna do something, but there's nothing you can do if they can't. You bought the game already. They have your money. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
the game has to come out very strong. It cannot come in having half-assed content. It has to come in with content that's already really solid and basically has very little flaws. And at that point, they can just keep going up.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's why Destiny 2 is still going, because Destiny 2 base was a good game, and then they just kept building on that. Whereas Anthem and Avengers both were this is a game. It's not terrible.
But it's not
good. I mean, that's not going to keep people around to see the new content when it gets better.
And no, man, Avengers microtransactions, I don't know if you saw any of that, but that was... Whew.
No, I didn't even touch Avengers.
No. I don't really play Avengers game that much.
That was awful. So, another question we had came from Rain, and he's asking... Do you guys think that the tech inside of the DualSense is going to change how games are made? And one example he made was specifically horror games. And I think yes and no. So I think multi-platform games are going to be made exactly the same, but devs will probably make some enhancements specifically for PS5. But... And the yes section is if a game is being made exclusively for PlayStation, for PS5, then they're going to utilize it. Like the triggers, something I thought of was RE8. Maybe one of the guns can jam, and you'll try to pull down the trigger, but you can't push it down because it's jammed. So, and you're being chased by something or another example, I heard this on the other day, so if they were to ever make a Daredevil game, maybe you could feel your opponent's heartbeat with the DualSense, and because of its haptic feedback and stuff. So yes and no. I think some games are going to be mindful of what's going on, but I don't think games as a whole will be changed because of it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. If it's exclusive, it'll probably have more enhanced features. If it's something that's, multi-plat, it'll have half-assed features of, it rumbles a little bit more on PS5 than on Xbox.
Yeah.
That'll be on the box. That'll be a selling point.
Yeah. I mean,
it also can't be super integral.
Yeah. It can't be.
Yeah. It's super integral because people that have disabilities, it would hamper them playing, and you can just turn that off already on the console. So it has to be something that's it adds to it, but isn't if I can't feel this thing, I'll never know that this guy's behind me and I will always die or something.
Yeah. Oh man. But
it has to be an added effect that doesn't decrease the enjoyment if it's not there. Yeah
there was actually something I heard. This would totally hinder someone's enjoyment if they can't do it, but it would be so cool. Is so it was on a different podcast I was listening to. They had the idea that, because you know how Sony has been talking about this 3D sound and whatever that they have with the PS5. They were thinking, what if, and they use the Daredevil game as an example too, what if there was something happened in the game where your screen just blacked out. Your screen just blacked out, you can't see anything, but you still have to fight. And the way you have to tell where people are is by using the 3D audio from the PS5 to tell where they are from you. And I thought that was a really cool idea, but it would so hinder. It would so hinder like people's enjoyment. But
yeah, if someone's hearing impaired, that would like kill the game. Like, oh well, I just can't get past this section.
Yeah. Although they could do some type of workaround, it won't be as cool, but they could do some type of workaround. Because I don't know if you guys seen, but I think it's Watch Dogs Legion has some really, really good accessibility options.
No, I haven't. I don't look at Watch Dogs.
No, I haven't either.
I don't either. I just saw it on a Twitter post. It was I think it was specifically for visual impairment. They did like some really, really good strides for that. So that's good. But I heard Watch Dogs Legion is good. I don't think anyone bought it. It's already going to be what, $30 on Black Friday?
I'd rather not buy a Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least not.
I want to support a company that
I wouldn't
that
buy
does
that
bad shit to their employees and just like, oh, all this harassment. Just forget about it. Here's Watch Dogs. Here's Assassin's Creed. Just forget about it. You know. Harassment's part of our culture. Just don't worry about it. Buy a game. You know.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to support that. I'm not down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair point, but I'll take another Mario Rabbids game if they want to give it to me.
Now you'll take another Mario Rabbids game? Mario Rabbids is good.
That was great. I love that game.
That was a good game, though. That was a good game.
I don't think DualSense
first XCOM.
Mario Rabbids 2? Anyone? Let's go.
I'm okay.
No, I think most development companies are just gonna not use DualSense its full capabilities. I would hope like sports games would, like racing games, especially with the triggers and stuff.
Yeah,
I would
that'd be
hope
dope.
they would use it, but I mean, I don't know. It's a lot different than a random light bar, but no one ever used the dumbass light bar on this thing.
Yeah, no, I do think that the haptic feedback and the triggers are going to be used a lot. Like a game I didn't think would use it, Call of Duty. It uses the triggers pretty well, actually. The triggers are actually really, really well done with Cold War. I've been playing a good amount of it. Each gun's trigger feels different. You can turn it off. I get the feeling most people do, but I actually like how it feels on multiplayer. And when you're holding the gun, the trigger's like recoiling a bit because of at the rate that you're shooting it at. And I can see why it's annoying to people, but I really like how it feels, so I keep it on.
Just after the whole light bar fiasco, the only game I think I ever saw use the light bar properly was a NASCAR game.
I don't even remember any. Actually, hold on. I think Rock Band changed the light bar's colors with the song, so that was cool.
I just never. I mean, it would have its like some games would have just a default color that they changed off of, but like NASCAR showed the green flag and yellow flag on it, and that was cool, and that was the whole thing. And like there's a speaker on this controller, which I think was used in a lot of games, but I hated it. I hate speakers in controllers.
A lot of games use the speaker. Man, No More Heroes with the Wii. Like, yo, when Sylvia's calling me, girl, hit me up. Hit me up on that Sally. It's the best. Like, I bought the Switch once, but I'm gonna miss that like tinny awful speaker when she calls me. It's like, oh, it's not the same. I want to hold up my crappy Wiimote and like, oh yeah, I can kind of make out what you're saying. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It was very cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
MLB The Show did not tell you they were going to use it, and they put it at full volume, and then when you were on base, they would scream at you. The base coach would scream at you, and you would not be ready for it, and it startled me to the point of almost throwing my controller twice. And it is full volume, and it is terrifying, and it was not good.
Which controller? The one that drifts or the one that doesn't drift?
What do you mean?
Don't you have a controller that drifts?
On my PlayStation?
Yeah. Doesn't one of them?
Yeah, my right stick.
Yeah.
And my right stick will hold off to the right sometimes. I don't know how it's just the right stick.
Yeah, I thought so. All right.
And this one's so far dead that I can't turn it on anymore.
Oh God.
Well, that's a shame. All right. Well, we have two smaller topics before we get to the big one. And
yeah,
so,
we should dive in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of categories for Game Awards, and then
we're already like 45 minutes in.
Yeah. So
the Game Awards is gonna take a while.
The Game Awards is gonna take a while, so we're gonna try to the second topic is actually pretty meaty too. So but we'll try to talk a little bit quicker with them. So this one is Persona 5 Scramble's English release was leaked by Asian retailers. And it's slated for February 23rd, 2021.
Give it to me.
Do you guys think this is real? Do you guys not really believe in the Asian retailers? Do you have your doubts?
I believe the Asian retailers because like they get their own versions that are also in English. That's how I bought Gundam Breaker 3. I just bought like an Asian version, and it had full English translation. That's a game that never was officially released in the US.
Oh,
so it could be that we might not get it officially in the US, and it might just be something you have to import. Which it would sadden me a bit, but I would do it. Whatever I need to do to play that game in English, I'll do it.
Yeah. I think that it's real as well because they actually had the same release date as Royal for Us. And when that release date leaked, it was I think like a week later that it was announced. The release date was officially announced for the US.
Yeah.
And it was the same date. So I think it's true. And I am super excited for Scramble. I need it. I need it.
Yeah, I want it.
I definitely want to play the game so much, especially since it'll be my first, I guess, Warriors game, because I'm not going to get Age of Calamity.
Okay.
I have a question for you, though, Jesus.
What's up?
So, if you believe that the leak is real, do you think it might be announced at the Game Awards?
I didn't think of that. That would be a pretty good place. Alice does have a history of being there. Joker Smash reveal.
Yeah,
I think
that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's a good spot to put it at, Ivan.
Especially if it is
they
February.
Also did announce that they would be at the Game Awards while it was minor. But they did show themselves again in the last Game Awards.
They did?
I believe so.
I don't remember.
I remember people were saying, or no, it was like Atlas posted on their Twitter saying that like they will announce something or do something in the Game Awards. It was either the Game Awards or a different event. I do not remember 100%, but I think it was the Game Awards.
All right. Well, I think that would be a good spot to do it. So we're gonna just go through this next topic super quickly because the more we talk about the Game Awards, the more ideas I have at talking about it. So I'm just gonna go through this rapid fire. Capcom got destroyed with leaks recently. There's a ransom. They didn't pay the ransom.
It's not good.
Yeah, hackers got 1 terabyte of information. They've only released around 60 gigabytes of it. And they have a terabyte of information, but it's apparently giving Capcom a lot of free promotion because they've been trending like every day since the leak started. So so I'm gonna go through through a lot of highlights. There's a Resident Evil 8 Collector's Edition. Google paid $10 million for RE7 and RE8 support. Monster Hunter Rise and Stories 2 are going on PC. Street Fighter 6 is in development and it's set to be multi-platform. I got a follow from a Gias fan. Thank you, man. I appreciate the follow. Let's see. Make sure to follow all these other cool dudes as well. Let's see. What else is there? Okay.
The most important thing that was discovered, if this is real, which I hope to God, Dai Gyakuten Saibon, the great Ace Attorney, getting an English localization. Oh, I want it because they fan translated the first game. They're currently fan translating the second game because the first game ends on a huge cliffhanger. Apparently, I haven't played it. I haven't started it yet, but I was like, I'm gonna play the fan translation because it's never coming out. Man, I will pay for this. Day one, I'm in. I need Gyakuten Saibon. I need Herlock Sholmes in my life. So bad.
I think it's real. I'm pretty sure it's real. 99% sure it's real. Along with that, Ace Attorney 4 through 6 collection is in consideration.
Just do it.
Just
do
do
it.
it. Just
Put
do
them
it.
out there.
Well,
Do it, might as well. Ace Attorney 7 is in development.
Again, just please put it in. Put it in my veins.
Resident Evil Outrage, whatever that is, Q4 2021. Dragon's Dogma 2, Q2 2022. Street Fighter 6, Q3 2022. Mega Man Match, could be a mobile game.
Most likely.
Which is probably likely, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, Bruno.
Hey,
RE4 remake.
I mean, I don't care.
RE4 remake, which you've already known about. Onimusha New Work. I've never played an Onimusha game. I don't know if any of you have.
Good. They're good games.
They're good?
It's Resident Evil, but samurai.
Nice. Monster Hunter 6, 2023. Biohazard Apocalypse. Is that a new IP or is that an old game?
I mean, that's probably a new Resident Evil.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Because it doesn't have because the other RE titles have Resident Evil in front of them, which is why I didn't know.
Yeah.
Super Street Fighter 6. They already have
would...
Super Street Fighter 6 planned, and Ultra Street Fighter 6. Final Fight remake.
That's how Street Fighter works.
Yeah. They have a Final Fight remake planned, a Power Stone remake planned, a new Captain Commando. A new Captain Commando, and Resident Evil Hank, whatever that is, as well.
Probably like Resident Evil Hunk.
Yeah.
There's a character named Hunk in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Unless it really is just like, oh, it's Resident Evil Hank, and Hank Hill's just like, oh, zombies, and I got propane.
That's what we really need.
And apparently, Ricky just let me know that there's a rumor that DMC 2 is getting a remake.
Oh wow, the one everyone cares about.
Yeah, are they like retconning everything and making it completely new? Okay. But yeah, so that's the Capcom news. Is there any of you guys that like any of you want to say anything about it? Because if not, we'll go to the Game Awards. But if there's anything you guys want to say,
anything past 2022, there's like a good 75% chance half that just gets canceled.
It could.
I mean,
it could. A lot of that is probably conceptualized. Everyone that got Power Stone trending is probably going to be very depressed because Power Stone probably won't get a remake.
Yeah.
The fuck is Captain Commando?
Look it up.
Yeah, that's a deep reach. That's a deep reach.
Look up Captain Commando. Look up Captain Commando.
That's a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
That's not. Oh yeah, that's 2024.
Yeah, he was in an MVC, I believe.
2024. I can see it. He looks like a Pajama Sam character.
Pajama Sam character. Oh gosh.
No need to hide when it's dark outside.
Oh god.
Game of the year.
Oh man.
So.
Oh god.
Now, now we're at the big boy now. Now we're at the Game Awards topic. We'll answer more questions in between topics because there's a lot of questions. I'm sorry, everyone. We're not gonna get to every question. We'll save the questions though for like the next time we do it. And there are some Game Awards specific questions, so I will prioritize those since we won't be answering them the next one. Because by the next time we do the Game Awards, it's gonna be like 2 or 3 days after the Game Awards it have actually happened. So I'll prioritize those questions. So we're gonna go through each category, and we're gonna except for the esports category. I said esports. Esports category.
Esports.
Old days.
And esports category, we'll skip those. We're going to talk about what we want to win and what we think will win, because those are two very different things.
Yep.
They're two very different things. But before we go on, I will do one Game Awards question, which is from AZ, and he's asking, do you guys think Waluigi will be announced as a DLC character at the Game Awards for Smash?
Ew, no, God, no.
I don't think so.
No, that character.
No.
Why? You gave us fucking
No-
Piranha
no
Plant
way.
for Senior Opinion Mario characters getting
No
into this
way.
game now. Yeah.
Good night, Y. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good night, Y.
Oh, someone get that ban hammer, Adrian, please. Not gonna pay any more attention to that.
Thank you.
All right, so no, so we don't think Waluigi will get in, but do you guys think there's going to be a Smash announcement at all? Because I do.
I
When
When was the
don't.
last Smash announcement?
This year.
September.
Yeah, I think it was.
When
September.
was Steve announced? September.
September.
Ooh, then yeah,
Yeah.
I think that lines up.
that would
I think,
fit in the timeline of getting an announcement and then having them come out next
well,
year.
Ricky said October, but I thought it was September.
I think it was October as well. I mean, I'm sure if we just take a quick search, we'll know which day it was that it was released out of nowhere.
Just look for the video.
Yeah.
October 1st. So basically September.
Like a month and a half ago.
So yeah, so
Almost ready.
September.
Probably mid-September.
so
It was announced that there was a direct in September, and it came out October 1st.
Yeah, I think we could get a Smash reveal, but I don't think it'll drop that day. I think they'll probably just.
Oh
do
no, it's way
Yeah.
too soon.
Yeah, I do think that we'll get a Smash trailer though. Although I thought that last year, so I don't know anything. I thought that last year.
Sorry for Smash.
So I have a question, but well, I'll ask that after we get into a few topics because it's regarding the Game Awards. But we're gonna start from the bottom to the top.
Ooh. Okay.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna
same
start.
game last.
We're gonna start with we're saying Game of the Year for last. So we'll start with best multiplayer game. And the nominees for that are Animal Crossing, Among Us, Warzone, Fall Guys, and Valorant. Now
I
that's
mean, there's
Among
only
Us.
one answer, right?
Okay.
And it's Among Us. Like,
I also think Among Us wins just because of how popular it is. Although I think it might have some competition with Warzone and Animal Crossing in specific.
I just want to point out one of these games are also up for Game of the Year, and
Yes.
it doesn't matter because Among Us is a
Yes.
popularity pick. It should
Yes.
not be there at all.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah, Among Us,
solely
it's
there-
2 years
Among
old.
Us really should not be here at all.
It should not be eligible. It should not be there, but it's there for brownie points.
It's there because
I mean, I guess the panda to the fans,
it's
and
there.
it's probably gonna win because of that.
It's there
Yeah,
because
it has to win one of the two categories that it's in.
no, yeah, it has
has
to win one of those two. But I think it's there because they're gonna announce something at the Game Awards.
Well, yeah, that's also that because they're announcing the new map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope they announce it after
It-
they lose.
I'm a
Yeah,
bit
no,
disappointed, but I think Among Us will win 100%. But if I believe if Among Us was not here, I think it'd be a tie between Warzone and Fall Guys. And the reason why I'm not including, well, first off, Valorant is a really good game, but I don't think it's up to par as these other games.
Yeah.
And why I'm not including Animal Crossing is that it's really only just to like kind of explore around and be with other people. It doesn't provide as much multiplayer content as Warzone
Yeah.
and Fall Guys.
hmm
So while it is a gaudy nominee, I don't think it has as much like juicy, like worthful content as much as Warzone and Fall Guys, especially with the amount of Fall Guys like that has with the support. It's just very
agree.
sad that Fall Guys decided to go down because of Among Us' popularity.
Yeah, I agree, and I actually think Animal Crossing is going to win a different category that we're probably going to cover
I also believe so as well.
very
Crossing.
soon. We're going to cover it
Yeah.
actually very soon. So so we're all in agreement that Among Us is winning this.
Most likely
Yeah, I
Among
think
Us will win us.
yeah.
But
Okay.
if I were to say which game I would like it for win,
Mhm.
I'd like Fall Guys to win.
I-
As much as I like to play Warzone, I like Fall Guys to win.
I'd probably. I would. I had a lot of fun. I'd probably say Fall Guys as well. I'd say Fall Guys as well. I don't know, Berto.
Yeah.
What would you want to win?
It's Among Us. If I had to pick my vote would be Among Us. Like
Mo-
Fall
Mon-
Guys was fine. I haven't touched it. I literally played Among Us with my coworkers at work in the last hour of work because we just had nothing to do.
Nice. I
Should we
actually
put on the doc who like we think wins and who we want to win? Should we put that on the doc or not matter?
Sure, why not?
you can go ahead and write that while I'm doing the other things, unless someone else wants to do that. Actually, I'm gonna switch to Among Us as well because I was choosing between those two, and I'd say I'd probably want Among Us to win as well because I did have more fun with it. So I'll wait for a different award to ask this question. Okay, so this one will probably go fairly quickly because Brandon's probably the only one that can say anything about this. Sports racing game: Dirt 5, F1, FIFA 21, NBA 2K21, or Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. I want Tony Hawk to win.
I also would like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 to win. The game is amazing.
Yeah.
The first two games were loved, especially for the second one. The second one was highly acclaimed even to now. Whether it be on it doesn't matter what version it is. It has an amazing game for every single system, for the PlayStation 1, N64, Xbox. Pro Skater 1 and 2 was a very much needed remake, as well as a very much needed sports game. Very fun. I believe Tony Hawk 1 and 2 will win. I both want it to win, and I believe it will win.
All right. Brandon, I know you're probably the one that has a different opinion. I already know which one you're going to choose.
Tony Hawk's winning. It should.
You think Tony Hawk's winning?
It should win. Yeah.
Should
Tony
win?
Hawk should win. It's going to win.
But is that
It
your
should-
pick?
I believe
No.
that's what he believes it will. Like he believes it will win, but I'm not 100% on what he wants it to win.
Okay, 2 weeks ago, I didn't know it was eligible. I forgot it was eligible. I forgot it existed as a sports game. Technically, F1 2020 is really, really good.
There
And
it
if you,
is.
if you take away Tony Hawk, then I think out of every Game Awards ever, then F1 had the best chance out of every sports game, like modern sports game, to genuinely get nominated for Game of the Year. I mean, that they knocked that one out of the park. They added a brand new mode to own a team, and it's all fantastic. It got a 92 on Metacritic. The user scores an 8.8. It's a really good game. I forgot Tony Hawk existed though, and that's absolutely gonna win. Tony Hawk. If NBA wins, it's rigged.
I don't
Someone
think
bombs
NBA should be here at all. I'm not sure if you heard, but apparently people are saying that 2K21 is basically like if it wasn't even an actual game, it's just DLC. While
It is.
many people have said that multiple times, apparently people are taking this very seriously because it literally is just the same game except tiny extra stuff.
Yeah, they
And I
actually.
feel like this is like as much as exaggerated it is reality.
No.
People.
There was at the beginning of the game. Brandon mentioned this with it was a NASCAR too. They forgot to change the signs to 2021.
Yeah.
They
NASCAR,
forgot to change. There were signs that said 2020 in the game. And I was like,
Oh,
oh
no.
oh, that's bad.
Yeah, and NASCAR actually, when NASCAR went from Heat 4 to 5 this year, they when they made the game, it was a straight port. So much so that every trophy in the game, every sign in the game, if it had NASCAR Heat 4 on it, it was still NASCAR Heat 4. Every single thing. And I know about the NBA 2K21 problem because everyone pitched a big fit because of it. Recently,
Yeah.
so it is absolutely the same menus. It is the same. Actually a little bit different music. There's really I think one new mode that was updated a little bit. There was one new thing that they added to players for it was called a boom or bust system where sometimes players were great and sometimes they were bad. They test that shit. That shit doesn't work at all. No one found any proof of it actually working properly. It all seemed random, and also it was a hidden value, so you couldn't even check it. It is absolutely the biggest reskin a game of that caliber has ever had, and it's just because they're focusing on next gen.
Yeah.
Berto, did you mention who you want to win and what you think wins?
I mean, just because I know Tony Hawk, I literally know none of these other games because I don't play sports or racing games unless Mario's in it.
So
Tony Hawk, that's fine. It's just the homie Tony.
All right, awesome.
Take it home.
We all think Tony, except Brandon
Yeah.
wants F1.
No,
Which-
I will say I have heard F1 2020 is a great game from like a bunch of podcasts, but it's just not something that's up my alley. So I feel like it would probably be between those two specific games, if any.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think if Tony Hawk doesn't win, I think F1 wins, and if 2K wins, then it's rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
agree.
yeah. Well, if anything but F1 or Tony Hawk wins, it's absolutely someone got paid off bad.
Yeah.
Someone got a lot of money. And yeah, I want Tony Hawk to win because it's F1. It's a European racing. As a NASCAR fan, fuck F1. Like, but Tony Hawk's cool as shit. It's pro skater. That's just cool.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
Tony Hawk, like while it is primarily only for skating, and while like people would expect like it only like appeals to the skating like community, there's a reason why this game was so popular and why it's so highly claimed, and it's because anyone can go into the game. They do not have to know a single thing about skating, and they could still have a lot of fun with it.
Yep.
And that's what Tony Hawk went into bring. It's
Yeah.
not just to one specific community; it can be for anyone, and that's why it was so highly acclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got everyone so into skating in the time of that year.
All right. So the next category, this won't be super quick, because
Good
I
night,
haven't.
everyone.
I've only heard about one of them.
Same.
Or two, but I've only heard one is like super good. So sim strategy game, Crusaders 3, Desperados 3, Desperados 3, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Ant, or not Chimera Ant. I'm thinking Hunter x Hunter. Hunter is Chimera Squad. I think
Simulation
Microsoft.
games
I think
count.
Microsoft Flight Simulator wins. That's the only one I've heard really
I
good
think-
things about it.
I think
That's
it,
really the only
I
thing.
think it could be Crusader Kings though.
I haven't heard of Crusader Kings. What is that?
I mean, it's a
Good idea.
strategy game, but I've heard a lot of good podcast stories about it, and it's like to me, it seems like the one that I would be the most interested in playing.
Okay.
But I do think Flight Sim's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
My pick would be Crusader Kings.
Oh, good night, by the way, Ginka. All right. I'm gonna say I want Flight Simulator to win, and I think it'll win.
I also believe that as well. I don't really know much of these games, but I only heard of Microsoft Flight Simulator recently.
Okay.
Same, but real quick, F1 2020 is technically a simulation game, not an arcade racer. It should absolutely be in this category.
Oh, okay.
You are correct.
Technically,
You're
NBA
not wrong.
2K21 is also a simulation game.
Yeah, but it's NBA.
Yeah.
Gears Tactics. Yeah, it's better.
Oh man. All right. So all right. Next category is family game, and the nominees for this are Animal Crossing, Crash 4 for some reason. I think this one is really out of place. Crash 4, Fall Guys, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario: The Origami King. I hope and think Animal Crossing takes this easy peasy.
It has to be Animal. It's
Yeah,
Animal
it
Crossing.
has to.
It has to. It as a family game got it nominated for
Yeah.
whatever games. Like, I mean, it beat out. Didn't it beat out like Demon Souls?
For what?
Demon Souls
Game of the
is
Year?
only
Yeah,
up
as
to
a
Oh,
nom-
5, so that's really
It was
limited
eligible.
sales.
Demon Souls and
Yeah.
Miles Morales were eligible, although I don't know if they were eligible for Game of the Year because we the rules for Game Awards aren't for the public. Apparently, that's a private thing,
Yeah,
and
very-
I'm gonna complain about that with Brandon too because that's so weird. Like, and specifically with RPG or something.
Wait until Best RPG.
Or a music. I'm gonna complain about it in music too. Okay, so we're all in agreement. That was a pretty short category too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything but Animal Crossing.
If you want more time, I can complain about Paper Mario for 20 minutes.
Nah.
No, I think Paper Mario does deserve to be there. I don't
Oh,
think
it does.
Crash 4 does like I don't think it deserves to be here. Same with Mario Kart or Minecraft Dungeons. Fall Guys is not really a family game. You don't really play the game to be with family. But for Paper Mario, it's a straightforward game. It's a straightforward game you can go into.
Yeah.
Do you think it means family friendly?
It might
No,
be.
I don't
No,
think
no,
so.
because they have categories. They have a description for each category. It says like fun to play with family or something. Crash 4
Yeah.
would probably result in a broken controller sometimes. So we've gone through a lot of categories. I want to ask you guys a question, and I'm gonna get a viewer question too. So
Sorry.
the question I'm asking is: so Age of Calamity released today.
Okay.
I think there's going to be some implications towards Breath of the Wild 2 in it. Do you guys think there's any chance we could see something from Breath of the Wild 2 at the Game Awards? Because
I mean, I hope so.
I think
Because I'll
there's a
take
chance.
anything.
I think there's a good chance. I don't know how much we would see, but I will remind you guys: the first ever gameplay of Breath of the Wild, before it was called Breath of the Wild, was at the Game Awards. They showed off the DLC and released it that same night at the Game Awards for Champions Ballad. It won Game of the Year, and what else? They did something else with the Game Awards, but yeah. So Zelda has a nice history at the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was just like, oh, here's The Legend of Zelda, and then like whatever the subtitle is, I would take that. That's enough of a reveal for me.
Yeah. So
Like
Brandon, Ivan already said Ivan already said that he thinks that there's a chance. Brandon, do you think that we'll get to see it? Do you think there's like no chance? Do you think it's like the tiniest chance?
I think if there's any hope of a December Direct, then no.
I don't think there'll be December Direct.
Or January. If
I think there will be
like,
something in January.
But I feel
think
like they could still do a January Direct and like just do like a short, like either like Breath of the Wild like 3-second like sizzle reel of like
yeah, it could be
just trees and like the ground shaking, and then Legend of Zelda, Wild of Breath or something.
More info January 2021 or something, or more info soon. More info soon.
Oh, give it like a Q4 2021. Do like that, and then have more details in a Direct. Yeah, sure, why not?
And then announce that you're doing a Direct that's like, oh, we'll have like 15 minutes of Zelda footage or something.
Yeah, so
they hate announcing Directs properly in like any events. They like to throw that shit up the day before on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then say 7 a.m. Good luck.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna sneak another one in before the viewer one. Do you guys think we'll see Bayonetta 3?
No.
I don't think so. I think
I don't
game's
either.
So far out.
I don't either. I that was so saddening. It's been what 2 or 3 years? 2, I think. I think it's 2.
I don't know how long have I had that game pre-ordered on Amazon for?
Oh God, you've had it. Oh God, you're gonna check. You got the receipts.
You got the documents, the proof.
You bet. As soon as that game was up, I'm like, I'm gonna pre-order this because I need Bayonetta 3.
There we go.
Yeah, Ivan.
Hello.
I don't think there's any chance in hell.
Yeah, Ivan. So the last thing I asked is, do you think we'll see Bayonetta 3 at the Game Awards?
I don't really know much about Bayonetta, but it is a possibility.
It's been
I can't really say much about it because I've never really been on the loop for Bayonetta.
It's been 3 years since its announcement, and we have seen nothing. And their excuse last year, or no, it's been 2 years. I'm pretty sure it's been 2 years. Their excuse last year was they wanted to focus on Astral Chain promotion because they didn't want people to focus on Bayonetta. Astral Chain's out.
Yeah,
Astral Chain's been out, and they still haven't shown anything.
Okay, that is a fair assumption. So, I think I just have a gut feeling that there might not be content, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was.
My gut feeling is no, but I hope so. It's been such a long time since we've heard anything about Bayonetta, and they keep saying the production is smooth, and at this point I feel like they have to make some like super big changes to the game, because if not, then I don't know. I just don't know what they'll do.
They They could take inspiration from Square Enix and restart development and then delay it.
Okay. All right.
Work for them.
So let's see. Is there any more Game Award questions in the document? Let me check. There is one that I see from Lou, but I thought I remembered someone asking something else specifically.
Only Game Award questions now?
Yeah, it's only Game Award for now.
No, I was prioritizing Game Awards questions just because we won't be able to answer those questions next time. Because we can answer these questions at any point, but next time we won't be able to answer them since the next podcast is going to be 2 days or 3 days after the Game Awards.
I don't think we got many Game Awards questions left.
No, I think we just have that one. Lou asks, what do you think they're going to show about Among Us at the Game Awards? I think it's just the map and some gameplay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the map and then maybe like some updates.
Yeah,
They
maybe
posted
they'll
a picture
very
of
short
the
clip.
map.
Yeah, there is
They posted a
a picture. Yeah, go ahead, Brent.
Yeah, just the map. Yeah, they posted a picture, I think, on Twitter recently of the map. They're just going to show off the map and maybe a new color. Sure, throw in a new color. Why not?
I believe they might just show not only a new map, but probably all the new features and not new cosmetics.
Cosmetics, probably new tasks.
Definitely cosmetics, because I think some of the characters were wearing new things, and they mentioned it in the actual Twitter post.
They definitely were. There was a couple references to some other games from the Henry Stickmin collection.
Probably. Man, I hope the. Go ahead.
I was gonna say probably new pets.
Yeah. I hope they come on stage. The developers come on stage like, "Oh, well, thank you for the support this year." Go through.
They most likely will, but it won't be a stage.
Oh, they actually are having the stage.
Yeah, I forgot it's not.
They actually are. They are having a stage. Yeah, they're having a stage. It's just not gonna have like a live audience, but they're making a stage. Jeff Keighley posted a picture of the construction for it. It's going to be smaller, obviously. It's going to be more condensed. I don't think the people are going to be walking upstage. I think like there's going to be like a screen behind it, like in the stage, and like they'll come on. But they do have a live stage that Jeff is going to be on.
I hope they show up on the screen, give a heartfelt message to the fans for the support. Show the trailer of the new things, then proceed to lose the category right after.
No, they'll probably show it as soon as they win. As soon as they win, they'll show it.
As soon as they win at least one category.
And it's gonna win multiplayer.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll win mobile, and I'll explain why when we get there. So we'll go on to the next category. And the next category. Oh, what happened?
What was that question? I'm welcome in red once we've done.
Oh, it was I think it was the last one, the one all the way at the bottom. It was Lou asked about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So
next category?
Fighting game.
We get to rant soon.
Fighting game. What happened, Brian?
We get to rant soon.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Oh boy.
Fighting game will be pretty quick too. So fighting game, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition for like the 7th year in a row. One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, and Under Night in Birth, X Lay. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how.
That's a Kingdom Hearts title. What the fuck? Is it actually written like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's written exactly like that. It's pronounced some way, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I want Grand Blue to win. I think it will.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
I think it has a good shot of winning.
Yes, I think I want it to win. I think it wins.
Yeah, I don't really know most of these games, so I'm not 100% sure which one I will win. So if I were to actually choose, then probably Street Fighter.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So all right. Yeah. Easy. I'll go.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Now we can rant a bit.
Next category.
So this next category is a bloodbath. So RPG. So the ones for RPG are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Jesus, you start this one off.
I start this. Okay. I want Royal to win. I think it wins. I think it wins. If it's not, it's rigged. It's 100% rigged.
That is very
I mean, like,
I thought you were gonna say that
No, I
I thought
actually
you were gonna say Final Fantasy VII was gonna win.
no, actually,
Realistically.
no, realistically, I actually think it might be Yakuza. Yakuza's gotten a lot of really nice reception, so
I don't think Yakuza has any chance in hell.
Really? Okay, this is where
I think
it's
it, I think
tough.
it came out too late.
Let's. Oh boy, this is gonna be like a
Oh, God.
bloodbath. Like arguing. So I think you should continue with your explanation, Jesus.
Podcast is
Genshin
gonna
Impact.
podcast
It's gonna be
gonna
a
go-
fight.
the podcast
This
is
is a
gonna go
fight.
3 hours, and I'm here for it.
Here we go.
No, I gotta get you guys to bed. I gotta take you guys in. Oh man, no. Persona 5 Royal. I wanted to win. I think it might win. That might be my bias speaking too much though. But I think it wins.
Let me just put what Persona 5 won in 2017. Star PG.
Yeah.
Its competition was Divinity Original Sin 2, South Park: The Fractured But Whole,
Yeah.
Nier Automata, which I would have said Nier Automata 100%. It's better than Persona 5. And Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
So like the competition is way more stiff this year. Like 2017 was like there was like 3 of those were like, oh, any of these could win.
Yeah.
But this one it's like four of them could win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel because Genshin is like a sleeper hit.
Yes,
that, like,
Genshin's a sleeper hit. Yakuza is a fan hit. Final Fantasy VII Remake is also pretty just big up there. And then there's Wasteland 3. Which I would have replaced with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Because Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition was eligible for this award. And I know this because I was on Twitter and I was just looking through people's reactions to the Game Awards, and I don't know if any of you follow Stealth on Twitter, but he was like, I wonder why Xenoblade didn't get in. And then someone responded, someone from the actual jury, one of the 90 people, or over 90 people, he said, he was like, I may or may not have, so he did. I may or may not have submitted it for, I nominated it for RPG. So we know that it was eligible. But
I mean, it probably just didn't receive as many votes as these 5. Is probably how it works.
I've heard nothing about Wasteland 3. I don't know if you three have.
I haven't heard anything.
No, that's the thing. I don't know, and
it's like Fallout.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I already said Persona 5 Royal. Berto, you can go ahead and go. What you want and what you think.
Who wants to go? I guess. I mean, I'm talking. I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if I had to pick one, I would probably pick Persona 5 Royal as like my pick. I like Yakuza. I'm having fun with it, but I don't think it's better than Persona 5. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake's gonna win just because it's Final Fantasy VII and everyone is crazy for Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just me. I feel like it's either Final Fantasy VII or Genshin are like the winner, but I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy VII as like the overall.
All right, and Ivan.
Okay. So I don't really give it. I don't really care about Wasteland. As for the other 4 games, I never really played Yakuza or Final Fantasy yet. But I talked with my roommate just yesterday about the games, and he said he loved how Yakuza Like a Dragon was, with how the gameplay is and how the story is and all the voice acting and even the new protagonist. It's all really great, especially with how they did it. And he really did not like Final Fantasy VII with all the content and with the voice acting and the story.
I love the
he
voice
just thought it was fairly stale. So that's the only information I'm off of right now. So I'm still gonna play Final Fantasy VII to experience it myself. But from what my roommate told me, Final Fantasy VII is most likely not gonna win. But I just think it won't win. And as for Genshin and Persona 5 Royal, right now I really love Genshin. Genshin is an amazing game right now. It's free to play. It's on PC and mobile, and the fact that Genshin has the same playing experience as on PC as to mobile is phenomenal. Genshin is what most mobile games want to try and do whenever trying to transfer their game onto other systems. Same thing is with Among Us. That's why Genshin became super popular, just because it was free and it's also on mobile and it's the same playing experience and it's all great. Gameplay is amazing. The customizable party that you can do, really good. Love the story. Pretty good voice acting. But I feel like all that is just from me playing it right now, and I played Royal a long time ago. As to what I want like for win, I think Royal's gonna win, and I want it to win.
Okay.
And it's mostly going off basis of how it was rated as one of the best games.
All right.
Highest rated game this year. That's
Yeah.
your fun fact. The
Persona
highest
5
rated game this year off of Metacritic's critic score is Persona 5 Royal.
Yeah.
Also, a fun fact: it's not up for Game of the Year.
Yeah. I as much as I love Genshin Impact, and I'm very happy I see it up here, I definitely love Persona 5 Royal a lot more.
All right, and Brandon, you can go ahead and go.
I agree with Rain. The Persona 5 should not be here. It shouldn't be here. I think it fucks. I think it messes up the rules because I'm curious. I couldn't find the rules set for like what makes games eligible for this category and not that category. I thought Kingdom Hearts got fucked over in a category last year that completely it fit in, and again this year I don't get what the rules are because why is Persona 5 here but not up for music
Game of the Year?
Or Game of the
It's
Year.
literally
Well,
the
I understand
highest rated.
if, like, Game of the Year is a lot more strict.
No,
I don't. Oh, go ahead.
no, you finished. You were speaking.
Go ahead.
I understand if Game of the Year is like way more strict. You gotta protect Game of the Year as like brand new games this year. Even though I don't know, the past nominees might have had something, but like I understand Game of the Year, but like, how are you gonna let it be eligible for this and not music? Didn't it get nominated for music last time?
Yeah, it did.
And
or
like
art direction or
or art direction. So it just messes with my head, and that's why I feel like it shouldn't be here because it doesn't feel consistent with it being in other places. And again, if it is here, where is Xenoblade anyway?
Exactly. Thank you.
So screwed.
Nowhere.
Wasteland.
Nowhere. Yeah, like Xenoblade is nowhere here. I have the very unbiased opinion that Persona 5 Royal is the greatest game ever made, and it's not even close.
Yes.
Totally unbiased opinion, Brandon.
I think I want Royal to win. I think it's going to win. I feel Royal is very battle tested against these other games. How you gonna beat Nia and lose to like Genshin Impact? No,
I don't like that. This Genshin Impact definitely deserves to be here.
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely deserves to be there. But like my point is, it already beat Nia and like Final Fantasy 15. And I like 15. People might not like 15, but I like.
It's a travesty. Nier Automata is better.
Yeah, but like that's why I think it's going to win. That's why I think it should win. It's already battle tested at this award show in this exact category against a game that is, like said, arguably better than anything else in this category. But if it doesn't win, it's Final Fantasy.
I agree.
I'll get the Final Fantasy. We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. That's for the last topic. I do want to ask you guys, since it probably will happen. At the rate that we're going,
so I found a thing that says how they're selected.
You found how they're selected?
They have an FAQ and rules section, and I looked in it, and I could not find a rule set for each category that says what makes a game not eligible for it and what makes it eligible. And I've searched and searched before the nominees were announced, and I could not find a single thing.
Yeah.
Berto seems like he's lagging out, or is that just me?
He seems like he's lagging out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Berto's lagging out a bit. So we'll give him a few moments.
Yeah.
Okay. He's trying his best. He's trying his best. I actually can't open up the chat, and I saw a lot of chat messages, but I haven't been able to open it up because if I do, then it messes up the overlay. So
yeah.
Bert will come back. So I'll ask you two, and then I'll ask him. So at the rate that we're going, we are gonna go overtime. Do you guys mind, or do you guys want to skip like a few categories so we can finish on time?
What do you mean by skip? Like some categories, or just breeze through them?
VR, AR is not needed.
Like VR and AR, we just won't do it, or some of them we just won't do. Because Game of the Year will be a pretty big discussion.
I don't mind going a bit overtime, but if we want to rush through, we can.
No, I'm asking for your guys' sake. Because I don't mind going overtime, but I'm asking for your guys' sake.
I don't mind either.
Okay, so I just gotta wait for Berto to...
It's fine.
He's back!
Oh, hey, he's back! Yay.
Am I here? Am I alive? Okay.
Yeah, you're here. I just wanted to ask you guys if you guys were cool going overtime. Since at the rate that we're going at, we are gonna go overtime.
Yeah.
No, we're fine. That's fine.
All right.
So
because I don't know if you
the
work
thing
tomorrow.
I found is how the 5 are selected.
Okay. Oh God, is it happening again?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't want him to speak. It doesn't want him to speak.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
The game wants to hide the secrets.
They're hiding their secrets. They're hiding their secrets.
Sacred knowledge.
Berto's found their secrets, and they just keep...
Are you a Game Awards ninja?
My FBI agent doesn't want me to reveal anything.
Okay, let's try this again, Berto. Let's try it again.
So what I found is that they vote, like each outlet votes, and the top 5 games what go through. That's just it.
All right.
So that's probably why Xenoblade didn't get through, because no one played Xenoblade.
Of course no one played Xenoblade. That makes me so upset. Oh man.
Yeah, but I think the people who vote are like people who are at like gaming magazines and gaming outlets that have to review these games.
But it's the whole outlet though.
Yeah,
it's not just one person. It's like the outlet votes. I think as a community.
I
feel like sure someone played Xenoblade there, but how many of them played Xenoblade versus how many of them played Persona 5?
That makes sense.
I'm still confused as to what the rules for eligibility for certain categories are, because
that 100%.
That's weird. That's weird. Why is if Persona 5 Royal is nominated for this? Why can't it be? And I will say, why can't it be? If it's nominated for this, why can't it be for Game of the Year? Why couldn't it? Like if it's
because
like,
these other five games got more points than it.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. Like, why? It's like they should be more transparent with us with what the rules are.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than the short description, which, like I said, fucked over Kingdom Hearts last year.
Yeah,
and I will always be upset over Kingdom Hearts 3 getting fucked over last year.
Kingdom Hearts should have gotten nominated for.
Kingdom Hearts 3 should have been up for Game of the Year, and I completely understand why it's not. It's not fantastic, but I love that game with my heart.
But like
all of my
was Control fantastic? Apparently,
hands up in the chat. Who played Control?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Last year nominees were so bad.
Go ahead, bro.
Did you play Control?
Oh no, I never played any of them.
Berto, you play Control?
Oh, excuse me.
Control is a great game. I love Control.
You love Control? Nice.
We found the first person. We've been searching.
We've been searching for you, Berto. Honestly, we've been looking everywhere.
There's people out there. There's people out there that played this game.
Oh man, I'm so happy.
I don't know what you're listening to, but there's people that played it. It's a good game.
Oh man.
Didn't it also fuck over Fire Emblem last year?
Yeah.
Fire Emblem got fucked over.
Yes, it did.
Yes, Fire Emblem should have been up for like so much more, and the fact that it wasn't is incredible.
It got nominated for one thing. It got nominated for one thing last year.
Yeah.
It did not get nominated for Best RPG.
It did not.
Yeah. It really should have.
Disco Asylum got nominated. Final Fantasy 14, Kingdom Hearts 3. How the fuck did Kingdom Hearts 3 lose Best RPG?
Oh yeah, Disco.
How did Monster?
Because everyone loved Disco Elysium. That's just
everyone loved Disco Elysium.
Every podcast I listened to was like just that's all they talked about was Disco Elysium.
Let's see. Was Sayonara Wild Hearts last year? Have you guys heard of Sayonara Wild Hearts?
Yeah, because that won soundtrack, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're done with RPG. We've already ranted enough.
Yeah, I think we've
all right,
explained ourselves on the best RPG.
Okay, so now I want to ask you guys, since you guys already said you're cool with going a bit overtime, I do want to ask you guys, what do you guys think is the biggest snuff of the Game Awards? what got snuffed the most? I
Xenoblade.
personally think it's between Xenoblade.
We know what yours is.
It's between Xenoblade and Ori, because even though Ori got some nominations, it did not get as many nominations as I think it should have. I think
game got a
Ori is
90.
fantastic.
That game got a fucking 91
Yeah,
on critic score.
or
It got a 91.
I think Ori got snuffed. In terms of nominations, I think Xenoblade just got snuffed in general.
It is the 5th best rated game this year. It got a 93. That
What is-
ties Half-Life and Last of Us and Hades.
What is?
Ori
Ori
and the Will of the West.
Yeah.
It tied Last of Us and Hades.
It's between those two for me for biggest snuff, and any nomination, not Game of the Year, just in any category. I think those were last year. I would have said Three Houses, but yeah.
Oh, Free Houses.
So what do you guys think is the biggest
So
snuff this
snuffed.
year?
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade is. It should have been an RPG.
Yeah.
At least an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I for snuffed, I would say, for the one category that we haven't gotten to, for community support, I would say Genshin. I think it got snuffed. I feel like Genshin should be a lot more here.
I forgot Genshin's not on there. Genshin has had a lot of
Genshin is
support.
only really nominated for 2 things. I feel like it shouldn't have been nominated for at least like 2 more,
Yeah.
especially for games that came out this year.
All right. Yeah, that's what I want to ask you guys, because I've had that on my mind for a while. So the next category is action adventure game, and though the ones on this list is actually pretty interesting, and I know what's not winning. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Very surprised that one managed to get in, because of how long it's been, and Last of Us Part 2. I'll go with what I want to win. As an action adventure game, although I haven't played it yet, my heart just yearns, loves this hero so much, and I've heard so many good things. I would love Miles Morales to win. I think Last of Us is winning. I think Last of Us is winning.
Wait, what?
Last of Us?
I think Last of Us is winning. I would love Miles to win. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. I'll be streaming that after I finish Spider-Man. But I think it's I think it's gonna lose. I think Last of Us Part 2 is winning that. You guys can go ahead and keep speaking.
I think I agree with you.
You guys can go ahead and keep speaking. I'm gonna go tell my father something, because since we're gonna go overtime, he might come in, and I don't know if he would want to come in. So I'm just gonna let him know that we're gonna go overtime, since we're not quite done yet with these awards.
Yeah.
Not
I guess
You're
I'll
good.
go next.
So I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll go next. I would like Ori to win. I really like the game. I really like the gameplay. While the story is very simplistic, it's still really good. Just the art style and the smoothness in the game is really good. I think Ghost of Tsushima is actually gonna win. I don't think Last of Us would be able to beat Ghost of Tsushima, just because Ghost of Tsushima has fits more the category of action adventure. I feel like Last of Us would most likely win for narrative or story, but I don't know for Ghost of Tsushima for gameplay or action. I don't know why Fallen Order is here. And Miles Morales is a bit too recent for me to even judge on the gameplay and action to say if it deserves to be here or not. It might not. And same with Valhalla. I believe Ghost of Tsushima will win though.
I mean,
oh, go
you
ahead.
can
Sorry.
go.
Is that you?
Okay, for me, I'm just going off of the original Spider-Man's pedigree and how good that game was.
Yeah.
And I have not having played Miles Morales, that's the one that I think is probably most likely to win. If I had to vote, it'd be Miles Morales. As for who actually wins, it's like a coin flip between Last of Us and Ghosts. Because I keep hearing how amazing Ghost of Tsushima was. And while I don't like the story of Last of Us 2, gameplay wise, it was very engaging. Like the gunplay was like so visceral, and like just everything was just so in the moment for me when I was playing Last of Us 2 that it's tough. But I think you might be right that it's Ghosts, because I think Last of Us might win something else.
Okay, I was listening and I have changed. I'm a new person. I actually do think Ghost will win. I think as an action adventure game, Ghost I think does a lot of better stuff than Last of Us. Although I personally really liked the narrative of The Last of Us Part 2. I know it's not for everyone. I know it's very very controversial.
Yeah.
So
That's not why I didn't like it. I just didn't think it was good.
I know. I mean, not controversial like in general. I mean, controversial among fans because
Yeah.
I know it's very.
Yeah.
It's very divisive. That's what I should have said. I should have said divisive.
Yeah.
I personally enjoyed the part 2 story, and I did. I dug it, but that's me, and I know a lot of people didn't. So but even though this isn't about the story, I just in general I heard people talk more about Ghost of Tsushima's action than Last of Us Part 2's gameplay. So
yeah,
I agree. So did everyone get a chance to speak? Or
Brandon hasn't.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know Fallen Order was this year. I thought it was last year.
Well, it was.
That's how long this year has been.
Well, no, it was last year, but it didn't make the cutoff for the Game Awards.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because it was after. It was like late November, I think, right?
Yeah, it was late November. It was late November, so it didn't make it.
I think who wins this award comes to. I don't care who wins it. I guess I hope Ori wins it. But I think who wins this award comes down to the judging. If they're judging it based on the description of the award or as a whole game, I think they're judging it based on the description, which is combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Which I think if you take away
traversal,
the story from I think if you take away the story from Last of Us, you have a harder award to win for it. Yeah, I think Ghost wins it. I think you you got Last of Us without its story. I mean, the quality of the game gets got. I mean, for most fans, it actually improves.
Yeah.
Brain says Fallen Order was a great Star Wars experience. Oh, it was. It was up there for my game of the year.
Yeah, Fallen Order is a great game.
Yeah,
it's a great game.
I'm actually planning on replaying it because it has an unlocked frame rate, I believe, on PS4 Pro, and that means it's 60 FPS on PS5. So I do want to replay Fallen Order. But yeah, so we're all in agreement that we think Ghost is gonna win.
I think Ghost is gonna win 100%.
Yeah.
All right.
You've got Last of Us too much when you take out its story.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna highlight Ghost. And Berto, did you say what did you say you wanted to win?
I would pick Miles, even though I haven't played it, just going off of the original Spider-Man.
Okay. All right. So now is action game, which is really weird. Which is really weird. Because I think it's between two games.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
I think maybe a third. Well, the thing is, again, like Brand said, what's the description of action game? What's the description of an action game before I read off the nominees, Brandon?
The best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat.
Okay. All right. So action game nominees are Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4. Mm-hmm. So let's see. What I would want to win is between Hades and Doom Eternal. And even though I've never played Hades, I am very proud of what's done. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I've heard so many great things about it. And I think it would deserve it. Although, based off of the award, I don't know how deep the combat is in Hades. Which makes me say, maybe I would want Doom to get it, even though I haven't played it. I actually haven't played any of these games, on this list. But I did play Doom 2016, and I do plan on playing Doom Eternal. And the more I look at it, my gut said that it was between Doom and Hades because they're both up for Game of the Year. But because of the description, I think any of these could win. Streets of Rage 4 is a really, really good beat 'em up. Neo 2 was really, really well received. Half-Life Alyx was really, really well received. All of these were really well received. So I actually have no clue what can win, but if I had to choose, I'll say Doom Eternal. I think that'll win.
Okay.
So let's see. Berto, you can go next.
I mean, you and I have talked. It's Hades. That's
Yeah.
it. Hades is the game. That's it. None of these matter. I don't care about any of these other games. It's Hades. That's it. Yeah. I don't. It's tough because I feel like it's gonna be between Hades and Doom. Like I think it's gonna be super close.
What's the combat like in Hades?
Hades is isn't it roguelike?
Yeah, it's a top-down roguelike action game.
Okay. Is it like combos? Is it like one-time moves that you do? Is it?
I mean, you have like different weapons you can use. They have you can like dash through enemies for like iframes. You have like a cast, like a spell that you can have that you can like change based on what powers you get from different gods.
Okay.
You can like change different attacks from your. You can like change the basic attacks from your weapons by getting hammers. So like you can like there's a gun in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It shoots like a lob as like a special. You can get like a hammer to like, oh, now it shoots like 3 rockets in a straight line, and like the customizability for like the actual weapons is like crazy. Start out with like with the sword, and it'll play completely differently if you get upgrades for it by the end of the game, by the end of your run. So like it's very good. Amazing game.
Nice. Real quick, Ricky just wanted to remind everyone, fun fact to everyone, that Doom 2016 won Best Action Game that year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's super close. Hades has received like such critical acclaim since it came out.
Yeah.
And I feel like, at least like the pieces I've listened to, like they were like, yeah, Doom was fine, but it was a disappointment from the original game. Like it's still a good game, but like it was not as good as Doom 2016.
Weird. I've heard
from what I've heard.
Weird. That's odd because I've heard the opposite. I've heard that Doom Eternal was better. It was more of Doom 2016, and it was actually made better. Specifically, the combat was a lot better because they added a lot of things. So Ivan, you can go ahead and choose your want and think.
All right, want and think. This was way too easy. It's Hades. I've seen gameplay of it, and again, this is me talking to my roommate. He loves roguelike adventures, and when Hades came out, it was genre defining. It actually revolutionized how roguelike games are supposed to be. Everything is just amazing, down to the story, the music, gameplay. Primarily, I'm just gonna focus on the action, and the action is all what Hades is and it's amazing. I've seen other people see reviews about it, and they also love Hades to death, especially with all the content that it has. So I believe Hades is a very easy win. I don't think Doom Eternal has a chance to go against Hades, and that's just because Doom Eternal is it is better than Doom 2016 from what I've heard, but it didn't really bring much action than to what we already knew. Hades was something completely, like, again, revolutionized. I don't want to say much more. I just want to say Hades definitely wins here.
Yeah, I've actually been I've seen a lot of gameplay for Hades, and it looks so cool. I'm so intimidated to start it because it looks like there's so much. How about a sneeze? Okay, I have a feeling that I have to sneeze, so give me a second if I have to. I get so intimidated by all the menu stuff. Oh crap!
Calvin.
There we go. Okay, Calvin. No. No, I think that I've just been really intimidated to play Hades. I've wanted to get Hades, but I've been super
Don't-
intimidated by it.
Don't be intimidated.
I
Don't
feel
be
like it's
intimidated.
super confusing.
Yeah,
there's
all
a
you
those
should not
menus.
feel intimidated.
There's a
Fire
mode
Emblem
for
Three Houses
you.
was
It's
very
called
intimidating, but it was a very easy game to go into.
I have the
yeah.
same
There's a
feeling with
mode for
Xenoblade.
people that are like not good at roguelikes or are scared to play them. It's called God mode. So like you will actually increase, like your stats will increase. Like you'll get like boosts, like just boosts like your damage, like as you keep doing runs. So and that'll just make it easier for you if you don't want to like just get good at the game. The game will like help you by giving you stat boosts.
No, I would probably play it its regular mode, but I'm just intimidated mostly by because I've seen a lot of menus for it, and I've and when I see a lot of menus, I think, oh god.
I mean, there's not a lot of menus.
I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. I've been intimidated by it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I want to give it a shot. I don't know if I'll be able to play it before the Game Awards because of what I'm playing now, but I do want to play it. It's definitely on my list of things to get. Hades looks fantastic. Brandon, you can go ahead. Speak it.
I want Hades to win. I think it's going to win. It's the only game up here that's nominated for Game of the Year also.
Doom Eternal.
And even
Doom Eternal.
Is Doom Eternal nominated for Game
Yeah,
of the
Doom
Year?
Eternal's nominated.
Yo, sick. Never mind. I take it back. Doom wins.
Okay.
Yeah, Doom wins. Yeah, sure, why not?
Split room here.
Very split room here.
Probably Hades wins, but Doom wins.
Okay.
I think
so.
Doom
Go
is
ahead.
just pure action. Doom
Yeah.
isn't Doom just pure action?
Yeah, Doom is all action. It's just all the whole time. So I actually think I want Hades to win, and I also think Doom wins this.
This is a very split room.
Yeah. So but I want Hades to win. So we all want Hades to win. But Baron, I think Doom wins, and I think Berto, you said you think Hades barely edges it out.
I'm gonna go with it barely wins.
Okay, you think okay? So two versus two with thinking, but we're all in agreement for Hades. Now I will go with a viewer question quickly since Nan just asked. So Nan is asking us if we got into anything new since the start of COVID, and I'll go first. I started streaming consistently because of COVID. That's what got me into streaming, or not got me into streaming. I was already doing on and off streams, but I started fully committing to streaming. I got a mic. I got the Elgato. I set everything up because of COVID. So Berto, have you gotten into anything new since COVID started? It could be anything.
I mean, I got into unemployment.
Oh, me too, man. Me too.
I mean, it's over now. I'm not unemployed anymore. But yeah, that was something I did.
Yeah.
Just unemployed, just not have a job.
Did you
I mean, not really.
Did you play anything that you didn't think you would ever play? Like, did you give a game a shot?
I mean, I maybe Among Us, but like, it's up my alley because I like bluffing board games like Coup and like the Resistance.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess streaming as well because I had done it before. I had done like a little bit of YouTube stuff, but like now I do it, every week ish.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Ivan.
Games I didn't expect to get into was Phasmophobia and Genshin.
Nice.
I didn't expect to get back into another open world game, especially something that just looked like a mobile game. Well, actually, 100% that it looked like a mobile game, and I didn't think I would be able to get into until I realized that I could play it on PC. And seeing how there's so many ads of it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's been promoted.
Ridiculous how many ads there are. The ads are like 5 minutes long, but one day I just decided to watch an ad of it, and I was super interested in the story.
Nice.
Didn't expect it. As for Phasmophobia, I didn't know it existed until a friend just told me about it, and
Same
I
here.
really love the game.
Same here. Did
Game
you
is so good.
have you gotten into anything new aside from games, or nah? That's just it.
A new job, but other than that, not really.
Nice. Sweet. Brad, anything new you've got into, or any games you've played that you didn't think you would ever play?
I thought to play Xenoblade. I really like that game so far. Xenoblade's really good. Outside, I mean, it wasn't directly. I would have done it anyways, other than COVID. But like, I've done a lot more editing, like graphic editing, and that's
Nice.
I've gotten better, and that's been good. But I guess because of COVID, then
No,
it's sort of because of COVID. Because
not even. It doesn't have to be because of COVID. Just during COVID.
anime, a lot more anime.
A lot of anime.
Got
Yeah.
a lot back into anime. Because me and Tachi watch anime every night, and Haikyuu and
Yeah.
Demon Slayer and Promised Neverland and Love is War and stuff,
Yeah.
and Food Wars were all really, really good. And that's, yeah, that I mean, that
I'm
was
very
directly
happy
because
that
of
you. I'm very happy you threw a Lotus War in there.
That was the
Makes
first one I showed him.
my old anime heart proud.
Oh, Love is War is perfect. That anime is so good, and it's getting a third season, and it
Yeah.
has an OVA coming out, and the end. It's so funny. And then the end of the last whole 5 episodes of season 2, I just completely broke at. I mean, so good.
Man, that was the first one I showed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. Then we did Haikyuu, and now too far
Yeah.
in.
And now we're too far in. Now you're now we're leaving.
You're anime. You're anime now.
Yeah, you are anime.
I took like a 2-year break. I think the last anime I watched before that was like got a quarter of the way into My Hero season 3, and just was like, nah.
I finished all of My Hero.
Brown will get back into it. I'm gonna make him get back into My Hero.
I guess that's another thing I got into was more anime, and I already finished My Hero. I'm super into Jujutsu Kaisen right now.
Nice.
I-
Very, very good anime, and I need to
like,
watch the next episode like today because it just came out today.
I like the first 2 seasons of My Hero. They were really good, but I stopped watching My Hero like I think actually it was probably like a year ago. Just because like every time I finished the episode, I was never excited to watch the next one. It was fun when I watched it, but I was never in need to watch the next one. It never just didn't click with me. I'd probably like it more now.
Yeah, we'll see, Brandon. All right. Well, we derailed hard on that, but that's okay. We got to talk about new stuff that we did. So all right, so let's go ahead and get back to the categories. Back to the categories, and the next category is innovation and accessibility. And I don't know which ones of us will say. Because I don't know much of the accessibility options in any of these except for one of them. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, Last of Us Part 2, and Watch Dogs Legion. And
I can get the description.
Yeah, go ahead.
Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. What the fuck does that mean?
So it's so people with disabilities to be more accessible to them. So people with visual
I have
impairments.
no idea what any of these games did for that.
Yeah, the only one I know is Last of Us, where it has like the visual impairment mode, where you can play the game entirely by just hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's actually really good. I didn't know that.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Last of Us.
Yeah, to be honest,
That's what
yeah.
I voted for.
I don't really know most of this. Hearing from that, I really like how they did that. I would say Last of Us, but that's just because I don't know the other four.
Yeah, not knowing what the accessibility options in the other games are.
I mean, I've heard of Watch Dogs Legion, and I know it's been really hyped up for next-gen consoles, but like, I don't know what specific software it's doing to make this category.
I think it's done something similar to Last of Us, where you can play it mostly listening. But if you can play the whole game of Last of Us Part 2 with just listening to it, then I think that might have a good shot at winning. But I don't have enough to say. I don't know enough of these options to say.
Same. I'm just going with the one fact that I know.
Uh-huh.
Same.
And that's Last of Us. So.
All right. So we'll just go with Last of Us for that. So VR AR game, I think, is an obvious winner here.
Yeah.
It's Dreams Half-Life Alyx, Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadrons, and Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, and want and think Half-Life Alyx.
Same.
100%.
Yeah.
Nothing
Dreams
else
is really
can
cool.
win this.
Half-Life Alyx is a very, very good game, and while it makes sense why it wasn't nominated for other things because there was only a set community, this category is specifically for that set community.
Yep.
So Half-Life Alyx definitely deserves to win here. I
Agree.
actually played it out for like a good 3 hours.
Oh, nice.
I never expected how immersive the environment was until I started playing it. It felt a bit
Nice.
sickening, but that was just because I didn't expect the game to be that good.
Yeah, I would love to try it out, but I don't have the
Yeah.
VR headset, so
Same.
It is
I want to
a
play it so
very,
bad.
very, very good. I wish I could actually play the entire game, but it's my my roommate's VR headset. But for those 3 hours, I loved it. It was such a good game to experience. And even though it was just one small portion of it, and I didn't really care much about the experience, just observing the environment and just going to things and just doing whatever you want, even while not like on the main story, still so good. It's still so fun. I never expected Half-Life like Half-Life Alyx definitely did come up to the hype that it deserved.
nice.
Dreams is a really cool game. though.
I also saw
haven't played
Dreams
it.
as well.
Yeah.
It's really unique. I've seen things about that, and it looks
Yeah.
like a really cool game. But
Yeah, Dreams
Half-Life
looks
Alyx.
really, really good. All right, but yeah, so
Yeah,
we're all
you-
in agreement for Half-Life Alyx. So
Yes.
next is oh wow, these are a lot of awards that we're still going through.
I know, right?
I just realized how many.
I mean, if
this
you
is.
want to skip some, we definitely can.
We can just
Well,
speed
mobile
through
game?
most of them.
We'll speed through the next. We'll speed through some of them. So community sport, we'll speed through them. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Valorant. Berto, what do you think?
I honestly have no idea.
I think Fall Guys wins that.
Fall
I think
Guys.
I
It's
I
Fall
think
Guys.
I think
want
this.
Fall
Yeah.
Guys to win.
I think the social media.
That's true. Their social
developer
media has been
support
really good.
has been just
Yeah.
perfect for that game. Nan says best fighting game. I want Grand Blue Fantasy versus. That's what we all agreed on as well.
I wish Fall Guys would win, but if I'm being honest, I feel like Fortnite will win. Just because it's still mainstream.
And that stuff with Epic might help it out.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm still say.
especially
Fall Guys,
since
though.
most what is it? It was I'm pretty sure it was this year where they had Travis Scott be one of the characters as well as other different characters as well for different models.
Mhm.
Like that still appealed to many people. And that is like yes, I understand Fortnite is cringe and it's bad. I enjoyed the game, but compared to other battle royales like Warzone, it's a mediocre game. But I can understand why it has so much community support, and I would not be surprised if Fortnite wins.
I also really
I
wouldn't be
want Fall Guys
surprised.
to win.
I would also want Fall Guys to win, and I actually think Fall Guys will win.
During last year's when Fortnite blew up last year,
Uh-huh.
it got nominated for this exact same award and lost it to
And-
Destiny 2. This is up
Oh.
in
I
the air
thought
for
it won.
no fucking reason.
Oh, it lost because this. Okay. Well,
Fortnite
so
lost
we-
for bundling
Yeah.
game, but lost.
I think Fall
support.
Guys. Yeah, I think Fall Guys.
I think
gets
Fall
it.
Guys. I mean, but this is such an up in the air award. They could give it to Destiny 2 again, for all we know. Valorant, No Man's Sky,
Yeah.
all right.
It's a black pick. Mobile
Yeah,
game.
Valorant.
Mobile game is Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legends of Runeterra, and Pokemon Cafe Mix. And
I'm
I
very-
want
It's-
and think Genshin Impact will win this.
Yeah, it's Genshin Impact. It has to be.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
I
I think-
100% want Genshin Impact to win, but just because of popularity, I think Among Us will win. But I don't think it deserves
Yeah.
to be here. I think Genshin 100% deserves best mobile game.
I think it will win best mobile game. I don't think Among Us wins this. I think Among Us wins multiplayer though. I think
Yeah, Among Us wins
multiplayer.
multiplayer.
And I think Genshin wins this. Easy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think-
I'll stick with that. I am actually fairly confident that Genshin would win, especially with how much content it has.
I think anything other than Genshin winning this category is
Very
Wrong.
questionable.
close to unacceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, close to just
I don't think
Like,
I don't think Among Us should be here. Among Us shouldn't be here.
I-
It wasn't
Yeah,
released
Among
this
Us
year.
should be here.
No way here. Among
It
Us
was
is a
not.
popularity pick through and through. It's only a popularity pick. It should definitely not be anywhere near any category.
And in
Um,
terms of content for a mobile game, Genshin has a lot more content than Among Us. It has a lot more
Mhm.
story. It has a lot more
Uh,
hours into gameplay. Among Us, while I love the game so much, is just the same thing.
Yeah, we're talking
It's
about
a-
Persona 5 Royal not supposed to be here. Among Us has more. Should like.
wait, I think Persona 5 Royal has a better case with like its 40 hours of new content at the end.
Yeah.
I think it has one of the best cases to be here out of any game like it. But
Mhm.
And
Among Us should not be anywhere near any of
Yeah.
these categories. I, I think there's almost an argument to be made that like even if it did come out this year, that it really is still mobile game because it's weak.
I would actually,
Multiplayer.
I would actually advocate for it to be here if it was released this year. Although I still think Genshin should win this.
Yeah.
Multiplayer, I would
Genshin-
vote
Definitely.
Among Us either way, though.
Genshin,
by the way, if anyone here has not played Genshin, I highly recommend Genshin.
I have it downloaded. I haven't played it though.
it is a mobile game that has succeeded on consoles, and that is not a thing that is common ever.
Yeah.
Literally, the gameplay experience for mobile is the same as PC and PS4.
And there's cross progression, I believe.
That's what's so awesome. Only cross
between
platform for
PC and mobile.
PS. There's only PC and mobile. PS4 is
Okay.
being a bit stingy.
Makes sense. It's
Yeah.
Sony. Yeah, I haven't started it yet, but I have it on my PC.
Yeah.
All right. So, next category is gonna be where is it? Oh, debut indie game. I actually really like this category a lot. And it's Carry On, Mortal Shell, Raji, and an Ancient Epic, Roki, and Phasmophobia. And I want Phasmophobia to win, and I think it has a pretty good shot at winning. And if it's not Phasmophobia, I think Carry On wins.
I also believe that as well. I really love Phasmophobia right now. But when I was doing some bit research on this, I feel Carry On will win.
I did do research. I have no idea.
So Carry On is so let
Yeah,
me give you a rundown of what Carry On is. Carry On, I don't remember what like genre of game it is, but you're playing as the villain basically.
Yes.
And
It's
you're
like
just,
kind of Metroidvania,
yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a Metroidvania.
like sort of.
You're going to end goals and but you have like an end goal to reach in different areas to go to, and you're playing as a villain.
Yeah.
So, and I heard a lot of really good things about it. But I hope Phasmophobia wins. I actually think Phasmophobia has a pretty good shot at it.
Mhm.
Well, I kind
Yeah,
of wish
I feel like it
wish
has
Phasmophobia.
the clout.
Yeah, I kind of wish Phasmophobia would have been nominated for multiplayer. Although I probably wouldn't have won. Berto, I know Brand said you didn't do much research, but Berto, what do you think wins, and what do you want to win?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do a lot, but I also feel like it's stuck between Phasmophobia and Carrion.
Okay.
I feel like Phasmophobia will probably take it just because of the like popularity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Brandon.
But yeah, so I'll just stick with Phasmophobia for both.
All right. Brandon, do you have anything you want to add?
I want Phasmophobia to win. I think Carry On wins.
Okay.
I think we can all agree that we want Phasmophobia to win, but
Carry On's up for best indie game.
It is. It's not winning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's not.
but it's the
We'll
only
get to
thing
there
here
soon.
that's up.
We'll get to there
So-
soon.
Yeah. Okay. So we already did the debut. So indie game, Carry On, Fall Guys, Hades, Spelunky 2, or Spiritfarer. I
This is
think
fairly obvious.
I want
Yeah.
and I think Hades.
Yeah.
I want to
I
think
feel like
Hades.
Yeah.
Very, very easy thing for Hades.
How are you gonna
It's a
have
very-
how are you gonna have an indie game up for Game of the Year and that's not gonna win Best Indie Game?
Yeah,
Hades, 100%.
That's what happened with Celeste.
Agreed.
Celeste was up for Best Indie Game, and against some other ones, I was like, how are you gonna have Celeste up for Game of the Year, and it's gonna lose to some other indie game it's up against? I think Hades wins.
Yeah.
And I want it to win.
I do too.
Yeah, Hades wins. I don't know if I wanted.
What?
Spiritfarer is a really adorable game, and
I
it
want
is wholesome.
Spiritfarer to win a different award, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, it is wholesome and calming. I don't think it gets closer in this category. I don't think it's a competition. I think Hades wins. Yeah, I think Hades wins. I kind of want him to win. That's it.
All right.
Man, I actually did not know that Celeste was nominated in 2018 as a Gotti. I
Yeah.
am
Yeah.
very surprised, and I'm actually very
was a
happy that actually did happen. 'Cause
Very,
I
very
love
difficult one.
Celeste.
All right. Ongoing game. Do you guys? Okay, I'll just do it just because. Whatever. We're already doing all of these. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Warzone, Fortnite, No Man's Sky. I'll say Warzone. I want Warzone to win, and I'll say it wins.
Ooh,
You're not gonna put
interesting.
Fortnite? What?
I would love Warzone to win, but I think Fortnite will win.
Okay.
Sadly, I would like Warzone to win just because of it being out of all battle royales, it is the best battle royale.
I
And
agree.
especially with how it's going on. I don't know how it's going to be for Cold War Warzone, but it has to be the same gameplay and
Yeah.
just how they're basically doing everything that Fortnite is, but better. Because
I
Warzone.
agree.
Sorry, go ahead.
I agree.
Warzone is basically what Fortnite is without all the building aspects. Just a pure battle royale shooter that people loved.
Mm-hmm. Berto?
Yes, I agree with you,
I
Adrian.
mean, I feel like it's tough because Fortnite won the last 2 years.
They
Did it win last year?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Win last
Oh.
year.
Yeah, it won the last 2 years. So
It was
I
against.
feel like it probably is a toss-up for Call of Duty and Fortnite.
Yeah. If Call of Duty
ongoing,
wins,
it
this is the
was-
first
wow.
award that it wins in a long time.
For ongoing games last year, it was Fortnite, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 4, and Rainbow Six Siege. And guess what two are still here? Apex Legends and Destiny 2.
Yeah.
So I think we can for sure cross off Apex Legends and Destiny 2. And really the only thing we really care about is Warzone, Fortnite, and maybe No Man's Sky. I've heard No Man's Sky has gotten a lot better.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I want Warzone to win, but I think I'll change. I think I agree. I think Fortnite's gonna take it.
I think Fortnite wins.
I would love for Warzone to win because it's just a really, really good battle royale.
Brandon?
It's a battle royale that's fair.
I think there's an argument to be made that this category shouldn't be here. Specifically, the fact that Fortnite has beat No Man's Sky in 2018 for this exact category. It's beat Destiny 2 in 2018 for this exact category. It's beat Destiny 2 again in 2019 for this exact category. And it beat Apex in 2019 for this exact fucking category.
Yeah.
Why is
So I
it still
think
here?
really the only two that really matter or that are like good contenders is Warzone and Fortnite.
The only game here that it hasn't beaten for this exact same award is Warzone. I hope Warzone wins, but
Yes.
Fortnite's gonna win.
Yes, I really want Warzone to win.
All right. Games for Impact. It Found, Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, Spiritfarer, Tell Me Why, and Through Darkest Times. I want Spiritfarer to win, and I think it will win.
Same.
I'm not 100% sure on most of these. I do know a tiny bit about Kentucky Route Zero, so I actually do want Kentucky Route Zero to win. But I think Spiritfarer will win.
Spiritfarer is a time management game about death, and you can hug everything.
From what I've
important.
heard, Spiritfarer is what I would go with, having not played any of these games.
All right, awesome. Yeah, we're gonna rapid fire most of these since 17, and we're probably still gonna talk for Game of the Year for like 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So best performance. I'll just go with the characters. Ellie from Last of Us, Abby from The Last of Us, Jin from Ghost of Tsushima, Hades from Hades, and Miles Morales from Miles Morales. I want Miles to win. I want Najee to win for Miles. I think it'll be Ellie.
Interesting.
Birdo? Hades?
I mean, No, this is a category where I won't pick Hades. This
Okay,
is like
okay.
the one category I won't pick Hades in. Actually, no. I think there's another category where I wouldn't pick Hades in either.
Okay.
Yes,
all
there
right.
is.
Okay.
I think Laura Bailey as Abby. Abby's performance was just amazing.
I agree. I think that Abby had a better performance than Ellie.
Abby
Which
was more interesting of a character than Ellie in the game.
I'd probably get stoned for saying that, but
Oh, yeah.
I thought
I agree.
Abby
I agree.
I thought Abby had a better performance. It's a shame that Laura Bailey was harassed so much on Twitter and everywhere.
Yep.
It's
awful.
It's awful. Everyone that did that does not deserve to breathe. That was so stupid. They're scum. I want Laura or Najee to win this. Najee would be amazing just because Miles, but I think I would actually want Laura to win this more. But I still think
played
I still
Miles. I mean, he did an okay job in the original Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But just going with what I've seen, and like Laura Bailey like killed it.
Yeah, Laura did kill it. I still think Ellie wins though. I still think it.
I mean, that's fair. Just name recognition. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think Ellie wins. I would want Laura to win actually. Now I'm thinking on it more. I'm gonna get rid of my Spider-Man bias. Ivan.
Again, most of these games I have never played. So it's more just watching gameplay and getting information from my roommate and other friends. So, in my opinion, I want Jin to win or Daisuke.
Okay.
I think he will win. Just because of how great he was in the story.
Interesting.
Again, I can't really say much, just from what I've been like told from various opinions.
Yeah.
Just for the Last of Us Part 2, acting was all right to really good. But for Jin himself, apparently was phenomenal. And for Miles Morales, I actually don't know really that much. And I also heard that Hades is a good contender, but it doesn't really stand a chance against The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. So again, from what I've heard, Daisuke.
Right.
I feel like I would like for Daisuke to win, and I think he will win.
Fair. Brandon.
As someone who watches Critical Role, both Ashley Johnson and Laura Bailey are on that show, and
Yep.
I think it's a Last of Us award to win. I think.
You think
I
one of them
think
wins?
and I'm gonna go with Ashley Johnson.
And who would you
I hope
want
Laura
to win?
Bailey wins.
Okay. Oh, sweet. So we're
But I'm gonna go with Ashley Johnson.
3 for Laura, one for Daisuke. Sweet. And and Ivan actually thinks that Daisuke's winning. All right. Audio design. I'm gonna skip audio design. I don't really care for this award if I'm being honest, unless you guys want to cover it.
Something wins that award.
Something wins that award.
I think the easy cop out is Last of Us. I think when in doubt, Last of Us probably wins.
Yeah.
Score and music. I'm gonna try to refrain from ranting. So score and music: Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori, and Last of Us Part 2. I want Final Fantasy VII Remake to win this. I think Part 2 wins just because Red Dead Redemption 2 won that year, and I wasn't. I liked the Red Dead 2 soundtrack, but I wasn't over the moon with it like some other soundtracks. So I want to say The Last of Us Part 2 is winning just based off of that awards track record. But I would love 7 Remake to win that award. The music in 7 Remake is beautiful.
Oh man, the Genova when the Genova theme hits when you're fighting that Genova fight. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
That one? Ooh, when the old Genova theme kicks in.
Yes.
Ooh, baby.
It's so good.
Goosebumps. That's a goosebumps moment right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I also think Final Fantasy VII. I think it's my pick, and I think it's gonna win. That's
You think it's gonna win? Sweet.
yeah. I think it's gonna
I
win.
hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Nostalgia is a very powerful emotion.
Yeah, it is. All right. Go ahead, Evan.
Okay, so for this, I feel I have a little bit more experience, just because I actually did have listened to at least a couple of these songs from each of the games, as well as like getting some like knowledge from my roommate and everything.
Oh, yeah, I have two. The only one I
My
actually
roommate's gonna
haven't
be
listened
like
to
a
is
huge
Hades.
deciding factor. What happened?
Hades is
Yeah,
actually the only one I haven't listened to.
Hades.
Hades has a good. It does have a great soundtrack.
Hades has a very very good soundtrack. I would like for Ori to win.
Oh, nice.
I would really like Ori to win, but
I
I
love
feel like
Ori.
Hades will definitely win. From what I heard for Last of Us Part 2, Last of Us Part 2, like, sure, it
It's a
has
lot
good
of
music, but it's not something that you would really care much about. You care more about, like, what's happening going on rather than the music.
yeah.
Hades was
I
hard with the
agree.
music.
I agree, but Red Dead Redemption won, so I don't know. I don't know how much I trust this jury. I don't know how much I
Yeah,
trust
And
this
then
jury.
for Doom Eternal, it's the same issue with The Last of Us Part 2. Where
heard
it's more
Reddit's-
of you really
uh,
care about the gameplay rather than like you don't really stop and hear the music. For Hades, it does a really, really, really good balance with music and gameplay. And from what I've heard from the Final Fantasy VII remake, I wasn't that impressed. So
Ooh.
Hades, I would like. I would no. I think it'll win. I would like Ori to win.
All right, fair. Brandon.
Final Fantasy should win. Frankly, Persona should win. That's mine.
Persona got snubbed.
Persona
I
got
mean,
snubbed
yeah.
for this.
I don't know.
Doom Eternal should not be here. If I'm hot
Yeah.
take, but I think Persona 5 Royal deserves to be here. Because if Persona 5 did not deserve to be nominated for most of these categories, it shouldn't have been nominated for Best RPG.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
I think we already answered.
Gosh.
I think Doom Eternal should not be here. I think Persona 5 Royal should be here.
Yes. I
Persona
agree.
5 should
Yeah.
be winning this award, but it's not here. So what I think is going to win and what I want to win is Final Fantasy because it's so good. It's all so good. The game has such good soundtrack and
All right.
a wonderful ending cutscene rolling into credits is fantastic. It's all so good. The pre-animated ending cutscene was absolutely beautiful.
Yes. All right. Art direction: FF7R, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori, and Last of Us Part 2. I want Ori to win. I think Ghost is gonna win.
I also agree with that.
Yep,
I
100%.
I
That's exactly
really
right.
want Ori to win. Ori
Yeah.
has such amazing visuals. When I first
Yes.
played what was it? Ori and the Blind Forest. I did not expect it to be that smooth.
Yeah.
I didn't
And Will
expect it
Will
to
the
be
Wisps?
that engaging.
Mwah.
Yes.
Gorgeous art. Everything
Yes.
looks like a paint. It just, oh my god.
Yes.
So
But I also really, really like the art for Ghost of Tsushima, and I feel like that would win. As
Yeah.
much as I want Ori to win, I think
Mhm.
Ghost of Tsushima will win.
yeah. So that's three are doing that. Brandon, what do you think and what?
No, I agree. I would want it to be Ori. It's a very, 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 very pretty game. But I think it is Ghost, and I don't think I think we shouldn't forget that like Final Fantasy VII Remake was a beautiful game.
Oh,
at
it was.
that time,
It was gorgeous.
especially once you go topside. That when you look
Yeah.
down on like the spoilers, the
Well,
landscape.
Did it?
You look down on the landscape. That like I think it did a very cool thing where it like all the skyboxes still kind of looked like a picture, like how original Final Fantasy was, and
Yeah, it looked exactly like the
it was
FF7R. FF7.
yeah,
Original.
yeah, it looked like that, but it was so pretty, and that was such a wonderful
Yeah.
visual thing. But I think it's gonna be Ghost.
Okay.
Actually, fuck it, I want Final Fantasy one. I don't care. I love the game.
I'm sorry you're not gonna be able to gush about this as much as you probably wanted to, Berto. Best narrative: 13 Sentinels, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and Last of Us Part 2. I I would like I would like I really like the narrative in part 2. That's the thing. Yeah, I know it's unpopular. Okay, I would like Last of Us to win this. This is the one award that actually I would like Last of Us to win. Aside from voice, I really enjoyed the story, and I actually think it'll win. I actually think, Last of Us will win this. Birdo, go ahead.
I mean, the correct answer is 13 Sentinels, but nobody's played that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, the correct answer is 13 Sentinels. None of these games compare. Having played all but one of these games, Ghost, which I have not played, you can't. Go play 13 Sentinels. If that's all you take away from this, go play 13 Sentinels.
I do plan on playing that.
I don't think Last of Us wins just because the story was so divisive, even among like critics.
I heard a lot of critics be over the moon with it. That's why
I've heard mixed things, so I feel like it definitely has a high chance of winning.
But you don't think it's winning?
It's
the award.
I mean, not having. I mean, it could just because I don't know about Ghost. I don't know the story. I don't think Hades wins. Actually, a lot of people are like, that's all they gush about it is like Hades' narrative is like just how it incorporates its themes into the gameplay. Like, oh, like death and rebirth is just like it's part of the cycle, and that's how you progress through the game. So I'm gonna say Hades.
Okay.
Not like 100%, but I'm just like,
okay,
I can't pick 13 Sentinels because I know like 5 people have played it.
Okay, so you want 13 Sentinels, and you think Hades.
I'm gonna say Hades. I'm gonna say Hades just because of how much praise Hades as a narrative has gotten.
All right, Ivan.
Well, I feel like the two easy ones for me to get rid of from what I heard of narrative is Last of Us Part 2 and Final Fantasy VII Remake. So really the only ones I'll be looking at is Tsushima, Hades, and 13 Sentinels. I actually didn't know about 13 Sentinels until my roommate started like going crazy that it was nominated. Because he hasn't played it yet, but he's seen gameplay of it, and he said it's basically 999 but better, and he loves 999. And from what he was telling me about 13 Sentinels, it seems like a game I would really enjoy. So it's definitely a game that I want to try out. Especially with this narrative. I would like for Hades to win in terms of story, but I think Ghost of Tsushima will win.
Okay. Brandon?
I in a moment of unbiased opinions.
Oh God.
Well, I completely understand that it's a very incomplete and quarter of the tale. I would love Final Fantasy to win this.
Okay.
Last of Us is going to. Final Fantasy. That's what I want.
Okay.
But I'm not biased at all. But
I definitely
I love
heard
that game.
of the story of Ghost of Tsushima being incredible.
Yeah,
I also heard
that
of Hades' story was also amazing, but not as much praise as I've heard from Ghost of Tsushima.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah, that's just Last of Us strong suit. And also, it might have hit me harder because I didn't know Final Fantasy VII story at all before playing that game. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah, that was probably good.
That's cool
good for you. That's really, really good.
I still don't. I'll go into the next game almost full blind.
So we only have 2 awards, and I'm gonna skip the next one. I'll get to that before Game of the Year because I also think that one is gonna be pretty good to talk about. So game direction, I think this one will be pretty short actually. FF7R, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, and Last of Us Part 2. I would want Final Fantasy VII Remake to win this. I love the gameplay. I think it's a big change from what it used to be, and it transitioned it super, super well. I think Half-Life Alyx wins. Just because of what it did for VR. I think because this is game direction. This isn't so Brandon, I don't know if you want to read the description for game direction.
True.
Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
So that's why I say that's why I think Alex wins. I would like FF7R to win just because I adored that gameplay. And I think for me it was revolutionary to play Final Fantasy VII. Well, obviously bias. It was revolutionary for me to play Final Fantasy story with everything I'm used to from it, from like the gameplay wise, with an active and a kind of active kind of turn based type of thing, blended to be like super, and it actually ended up being really 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 well done. But yeah, I think Half-Life takes it because of what it did with VR.
Rockman.
I'm gonna go all this. I'm going on Hades.
You want Hades?
Like
you
the
think
way
Hades wins too?
it marriages narrative and gameplay is like enough, I think, to give it the win for game direction.
Nice. Do you think it like? Do you think it wins too?
I'm going all in.
All in.
Hades is my pick. Hades is the winner.
I also
putting it
agree
all
with
in.
that. With how, yeah, if a game is like truly revolutionizing the genre, just like how P5R or Persona 5 was for JRPGs, and Hades is the equivalent, Hades 100% deserves the win.
All right, sweet. Brandon.
So yeah, sorry, that would be like what I want to win, and I think I will win.
All right.
I don't know. As much as my heart, no, as much as my heart wants to say that they'll take every of us praise.
You know, if most of these games weren't here, Final Fantasy is what I would choose.
If you remove like I don't know, like 3 or 4 out of this category, we would choose Final Fantasy.
We would choose Final Fantasy 3 or 4.
Okay.
If Final Fantasy was by itself in game direction, I think Final Fantasy would win.
I think it had a good shot. I mean, I don't know. Played Minecraft. Now, as much as I want to say that the Game Awards will love to take every reasonable opportunity to praise The Last of Us 2 as being this massive thing, I want Final Fantasy to win. I think Last of Us wins.
Okay.
I think Last of Us wins.
All right. Well, we got all those. All right. So this one I'm excited for, and this award is all about excitement. Most anticipated game: Elden Ring, Halo Infinite, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War sequel, Resident Evil Village, and Breath of the Wild 2, or Breath of the Wild sequel. I'm most excited for Breath of the Wild 2. I think... oh no, Berto's shaking his head. Oh god.
Incorrect, sir, but I will let you continue. Incorrect.
Are you going to say Elden Ring? Yeah, I knew you were going to say Elden Ring. I knew you were going to say Elden Ring. I'm most excited. I'm most excited for Breath of the Wild 2. I think Breath of the Wild 2 might take it. I think it's between Breath of the Wild 2
That's
or
fair.
Elden Ring. I think it's between Breath of the Wild 2 or Elden Ring that are going to take it. But I'm most excited for Breath of the Wild 2. Adrian says bug snacks.
That's already out.
Alright, so Berto, go ahead and talk about Elden Ring.
Being a super Soulsborne like fan, Elden Ring is what I'm so excited for. I don't even know what it is.
I
From
just need
Software.
it. I don't need it. I don't know what it is. I just need it.
Every game that From Software has put out has been amazing. Sekiro, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Dark Souls 2, that's okay. Demon Souls, like anything that they touch right now is magic.
Okay.
And I need to know what Elden Ring is. I don't know. I need it. I need it right now.
What do you think wins?
I mean, I honestly think Elden Ring wins, but I do think that it's one of those that it's either Zelda or Elden Ring. Like, I don't think anything else wins. If something else wins, like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with all these people?
It's gonna be Halo Infinite. Poor Halo.
No one's excited for Halo Infinite anymore.
Poor
no one's
Halo.
excited for that anymore.
Poor Halo. Okay, Ivan, what are you most excited for out of that list, and what do you think wins?
I'm going all in. I believe it'll be Breath of the Wild sequel. With how I guess you could say critically acclaimed, just with how loved Breath of the Wild was, as well as, again, game changing for a specific genre.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that there's a sequel for it, while we don't know if it's going to be on par or even better or worse than it, we won't know until it's released. It's still something that is highly anticipated, especially
God,
with what Breath of the Wild
I
brought.
hope it's better.
Especially with how, because this game, especially with the story, it most people are wondering what happens now, especially for that
Yeah.
trailer that popped up for the Breath of the Wild 2 teaser.
Yeah,
I
I hope it's on
believe
par or
all
better.
in. I believe it is on par or better. I think
hope
it is going to be the most anticipated game.
I hope so. I don't think
And it is one
Nintendo
that
can
I
release it
anticipate
with
as
it
well.
being worse. I don't
Yes.
think Nintendo can release it with it being worse. Uh, Brandon?
Is this pure fan vote? This one's just a pure fan vote, right?
No, because I mean the jury can.
No,
talk
I think it's
about-
still everyone.
Yeah, I think it's still everyone.
Okay, so it's still the whole thing. I thought it was a pure fan vote. If it was 2013, 2014, maybe even 2012, I think Halo doesn't matter when it goes up against Halo. If we were almost a decade ago, it wouldn't matter what went up against Halo. But it's
Oh yeah,
2020.
definitely.
I think if it's not a pure fan vote, that I mean, 2 of these games are sequels to Game of the Year games. So I think it's between God of War and Breath of the Wild for me, and I think Breath of the Wild wins it, and that's who I want to win.
All right, fair. All right, sweet. So now the big boy.
The big boy.
The big boy.
The one that everyone has been waiting for.
Almost 3 hours later.
Oh yeah, almost 3 hours later.
I mean, it's like you watch the actual like Game Awards.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Here,
We just streamed the Game Awards to you guys.
yeah.
Yep, directly to you.
No need to watch them anymore. We got them right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, well, where this
even the ones that we were split on.
Yeah, well, this one's gonna be very, very, very split, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Game of the Year: Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and Last of Us Part 2. I think this is an excellent list. I think it's much better than last year's list.
Yeah.
I've played half of these games. I haven't played Doom Eternal, unfortunately. I haven't played Ghost yet, and I haven't played Hades. I have played Animal Crossing, I have played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I have played Last of Us Part 2. I would like Final Fantasy VII Remake to win this. I would love if Persona 5 Royal was not out this year, Final Fantasy VII Remake would be my game of the year.
Same.
I think it's between Ghost and Last of Us. And my gut tells me Ghost. My gut tells me Ghost wins. Berto?
I mean, since 13 Sentinels isn't on here, I can't say that. It's having played it, it's up there with Hades. Like I don't know yet which one it is.
Okay.
For me, just based on this list, it's Hades.
Okay.
Like, oh, that game's so good.
Do you think
Love it
Hades?
so much.
Do you think Hades wins?
That's the tough call. If it wins best indie game, I don't think it wins game of the year.
Yeah. I think it's tough. I think it's tough. My gut tells me Ghost wins, just because of a combined critical reception and fan reception. Also, let's not forget, Animal Crossing has a good chance of winning. It's just because it's so different. Just because it's so different, it has a. I think the one that has the least chance of winning on this list is actually Doom Eternal, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think Doom Eternal has the least amount of chance. If Doom Eternal wins, then great for it. I wouldn't complain, but I do think it has the least chance. I think Animal Crossing has a very good chance, but my gut tells me Ghost. My heart tells me Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you said your heart is telling you Hades, but what's your gut?
Hades. I think I might say Final Fantasy VII. Nostalgia is a powerful thing. I think Final Fantasy VII wins Game of the Year.
You think it wins Game of the Year?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Interesting.
I think this was just such like a landmark release of like the fact that we got Final Fantasy VII at all after all these years of like tech demos and teasing.
I would be ecstatic if it won. I do not think it wins. But
I think it's
gonna
win. I think it's gonna win.
I will say, bouncing off Final Fantasy VII Remake, I fortunately and unfortunately because money, fortunately because I would actually want this. So both, I think we're getting ports to PS5 and Series X, and they're not gonna patch the PS4 version to be compatible. I think you have to pay for the next gen version, and I think it'll be announced at the Game Awards. Like a 60 FPS patch, upgrade textures, new visual, blah, 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 all that jazz. And that's unfortunate because I think it should be free if you have the current game, but they're probably not gonna. But anyways, I just wanted to sneak that in there since we were just talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. So Ivan, you can go ahead and say what you want and what you think.
I don't think Animal Crossing deserves to be here. I also don't think Doom also doesn't deserve to be here. I think Persona 5 Royal definitely deserves to be here. Do I think it's going to win Game of the Year? I do not. But I feel like it definitely deserved a nomination for here. And I feel like it deserves to be here other than Animal Crossing or Doom Eternal. Either one of the two. Just because Doom Eternal, compared to the other games in Royal, was lackluster. Animal Crossing, in my opinion, I feel like it was only really popular just because of the whole situation that's happening right now.
Well, it would have been popular either way.
The only thing that really happened. It was really the only thing that people had.
Oh, Ivan's cutting off, or is that just me?
That is my take.
Yeah, no, he.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. You're good now.
You're good now.
I feel like Animal Crossing was only very popular because it was very situational. It was really the biggest thing and really the only thing you could do in terms of what's happening right now. But in terms of to these other games, I don't think it deserves to be here.
Okay.
Now to the other games, the other ones deserve to be here. I know most people diss on Last of Us Part 2, but from what I've heard and what the reception was, I feel like it's a bit unfair why people will say that Last of Us 2 does not deserve to be Game of the Year. I don't think it's gonna win though.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
This is very hard because I would like for either. I want Ghost of Tsushima to win.
Okay.
I want it to win, just because of the gameplay, just because of the story, just because of how everything looks from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm fairly confident that Hades will win.
Interesting.
I'm fairly confident Hades will win.
If Hades wins,
if not Hades, it is Ghost of Tsushima for sure.
Okay.
First time in any game.
Because of Hades having I know I said this many times. Great visuals, art style, great gameplay, great music. Everything is voice acted, and not a single clip is repeated. That is something that is very, very good for a game. Not only is it fully voice acted, but there's literally no repeated lines or no reused lines.
All right.
And I think that's amazing for a game to do. And with all that stuff, as well as most of the games except for maybe last year that were really genre defining. I feel Hades definitely deserves to win Game of the Year, and I think it will win Game of the Year.
All right. So we got one for Final Fantasy Remake, one that thinks Ghost wins, then two that think Ghost wins. Berto, what did you say you think wins? Final Fantasy. You think Berto thinks 7 wins, and you want Hades to win.
I would want Hades to win.
Brandon, I'm pretty sure I know your want. Go ahead.
I want this Final Fantasy, without a doubt. I love that game. Persona should have been here. I think Persona should have been here, and I frankly think if it is here, nothing comes close. I think Last of Us is the only game that it would go up against. I've been under the very big impression that ever since the moment Last of Us 2 came out and people got the review copies and they got 4 hours into it, Last of Us was Game of the Year. No matter what happened, no matter what came out, I was pretty confident that Last of Us was going to win this award. But
Nice.
if we take notes from last year, Death Stranding and Control got nominated to Hell and Back. Got a ton of nominations. And then they
Uh-huh.
lost to Sekiro, who only got about half.
The real best game last year.
They lost to Sekiro, who only got half the nominations. So it was like an underdog pick. So to take notes from that, for this year, I think Final Fantasy wins. Honestly, I want to pick Final Fantasy.
I hope you're right, man. I would be ecstatic if Final Fantasy VII won Game of the Year. I want it to. I'd be ecstatic. I don't know if it will, but I would love it to. I would love it to. I honestly, if I'm being honest, I would actually be happy if any of these games won. And also, I do want to mention something that about regarding what Ivan said earlier about Animal Crossing is only as popular just because of the circumstances right now. I think you underestimate the power of Animal Crossing. Yes, COVID did help out with sales, but Animal Crossing has been increasingly popular by a huge margin, and New Leaf sold, I want to say 20 something million, and I think New Horizons is at probably 40 something million, right? No, not 40 something. It's not 40 yet because it's under Mario Kart. I think it's like just under Mario Kart. I think it's like at 37 or 38 million. And I don't think it would have gotten there as fast, but I think Animal Crossing would have been popular either way, although I don't know if it would have been put to Game of the Year if it wasn't for the circumstances this year. I don't think if it would have been nominated.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think COVID made a huge difference.
I don't think it made a huge difference either.
I think that the people that Nintendo and Animal Crossing try to target to bring into the consoles and to bring into Animal Crossing are the exact people that got hurt the most by being thrown and stuck in the house for a few months. I think that the people who got affected the most by being locked up is the exact people that they're trying to target. And I think the difference between it being released without COVID and with COVID, I think without COVID, we're talking about maybe Animal Crossing being a Game of the Year nomination. With COVID, we're talking about maybe it winning Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I think that's different.
That's a good way to look at it.
Mm-hmm. That's a really, really good way to look at it, because I think Animal Crossing is phenomenal for what it's done with people, especially with what's gone on this year. But I think even without what's gone on this year, Adrian, please come in with the ban. I think even with everything going on this year, I think it might have still been nominated, even without it.
Definitely.
Although now it might win. Now it has a really good shot winning. Now, okay, and as I was saying earlier, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be upset if any of these won. I think any of these games deserve it. Last of Us Part 2, even though how controversial it is, I think it has some really, really, really good gameplay.
Still a great game.
I think it's still a great game, so I think it still deserves to be up there. I think, even though I haven't played Ghost, everything I've seen from Ghost is great, and I can't wait to play it on my PS5. I'm so excited to play it. Hades, I want to play it. It looks super good. I'm really, really happy for them, so I'll be happy if they win. Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's my pick, so I'd be happy if they win. Doom Eternal, I think what won 2016?
Doom.
That was the year before.
No, for Game of the Year that year, because I don't think it won Game of the Year that year. Was that Overwatch?
No, Overwatch was 2017.
No, 2017 was Breath of the
Overwatch did
Wild.
win Game
No,
of the Year.
Overwatch is
Overwatch
2016.
did win Game of the Year.
What?
I
That
think
was 2016?
yeah. Breath of the Wild was 2017.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was
fair enough.
2017.
Okay.
Breath of the Wild was against Mario Odyssey, Persona 5,
Horizon
And
and PUBG.
Horizon.
PUBG. That was a bloodbath actually.
PUBG.
PUBG. Why was PUBG?
Yeah, I don't know why
PUBG.
PUBG was not. I don't know why
Why did
PUBG was.
Overwatch win, and then why did PUBG get nominated? That's so weird.
Okay, yeah. So Doom was robbed in 2016, so I'd be happy if they won this year. Although it's probably the one I'd be least excited to win. And Animal Crossing, I'd be pretty happy for Animal Crossing to win.
I
But
would
we'll
still.
see.
I am still on the board that Animal Crossing does not deserve to be here. Just because with how Animal Crossing was from start to now, it's died off compared to the other games. While Last of Us was controversial, it was still alive. Same with Ghost of Tsushima.
Animal Crossing's still doing alive and well. It just got a new update and it was trending all over Twitter.
Yes, but you haven't really seen many people really talk about Animal Crossing as much as it was released. It died
No,
on
it was
fairly fast.
mainstream.
Oh no, not
That
as
game was
mainstream,
mainstream
but
when it
it's
came
still alive and well and still being talked about. It's still trending every once in a while.
For me, the way like I come to the conclusion of Final Fantasy was I don't think Doom wins. I think we all agree Doom probably doesn't win this
Yeah,
award.
Doom's the one I think has the least chance.
I don't think Animal Crossing wins. I just don't think Animal Crossing is like enough. I don't think it's like, just enough. And
Uh-huh.
Hades, I kind of eliminate Hades from the running mostly for the fact that like I don't off the top of my head I feel like the game have a bad habit of giving praise to indie games and letting them win like the lower tier awards and like best indie
Yeah.
game and maybe best score in music. But when it comes to game of the year, they never ever pull that trigger and give them game of the year. But though they always want to give an indie game praise with game of the year nominations, but they never ever really let them win.
Yeah.
And I know it's not letting them win, but it's always that like pattern of like but Celeste won a bunch of things, and then when it came to game of the year, it just didn't win game of the year there, and it's a habit that.
To be fair, as much as I love Celeste, it went up against God of War and Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
I thought Red Dead was winning that round.
I do not believe that the people are giving pity to indie games. These indie games definitely deserve to win just because they're an indie, like they're just independent developers. Just because they're indie does not mean that they're being pitied upon.
I
They should be supported as much as they're supposed to be, and I definitely think they deserve the praise and they definitely deserve the spot to be there. Just because it doesn't win the game of the year doesn't mean it should not be eliminated from off the list, because Hades can still have, in my opinion, I feel like has a high chance of winning.
Yeah, I think judging from past Game Awards that I think just following the past Game Awards, I don't think it's going to change this year. I don't think Hades is the one to break that streak of indie games getting as close as they can but never grabbing Game of the Year.
All right. So we already picked out all of them. That was a doozy.
We did it.
We did it.
We did
That was
it.
great.
We're free.
We didn't answer most of the questions actually, but I'm gonna save the questions for the next time we do it, which should be in 2 weeks. Which is what? Let me go check the calendar. 2 weeks, December 4th. Which the Game Awards is December 2nd.
10th? Isn't it 10th?
Is it 10th?
Yeah, it's the
it's
10th, I think.
Oh God! All right, never mind. The next one will be before the Game Awards.
Scrap all this. We'll do it again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll do it again in 2 weeks.
Does anyone feel differently?
No. maybe who knows? Maybe I'll play Ghost between now and 2 weeks from now. I probably
I'm gonna
won't.
swap all my bucks to Final Fantasy.
I'll definitely watch some gameplay for most of these.
Yeah. We might touch back on some of these. We probably won't get into them as much. Obviously, we'll talk about other things and answer more questions. But this was really fun.
Questions.
Yeah,
A lot of good questions we never got to.
We had a lot of good questions,
a
and we still have a lot of good questions. And I do want to add one last one, because there was one more asked about the Game Awards that I forgot about, and it's from Ricky. Ricky asked us if we could pick one game to remove from the Game of the Year nominees and replace it with something else.
I think we all picked the same thing.
I think we all
picked the same thing. Is do well.
For me,
Even might pick
it's
something
not
else.
Doom. For me, it's not Doom. it's
Okay, I was
Animal
gonna
Crossing.
say.
I would replace Animal Crossing with Persona 5 Royal.
I would
Easily.
replace Doom with Persona 5 Royal.
I'd place Doom with Persona 5 Royal.
Doom with Persona 5 Royal.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was most of us that agree to that. All right. Well, that was a pretty short question, so that's good. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end the podcast right there. So I'm gonna go around, let everyone do their do an outro. See. So I'm gonna go around clockwise. So Berto, where can everyone find you at?
Cool. So you can follow me on Twitch at RockmanTrigger. I'm on the Twitters at ShadowFoxX21. It's like my handle from like middle school that I haven't changed, so that's what it is. And yeah, that's just follow me. Let's watch some cool shit. Play some Shin Megami Tensei in the future.
Sweet. What's the next game that you're planning on doing?
I think I might go back to beat Castlevania Symphony of the Night,
Sweet.
and then I'm debating more Yakuza, just not like 100% streaming it, but just like as I play it, just let's go walk around Yokohama
All
and
right.
beat up some thugs.
Nice. Ivan, do you want to plug any socials or plug anything at all?
I'm fine with not plugging in really any socials. If you ever want to talk to me or find me, I'll just be in the Discord.
All right. Sweet.
That's cool.
Sweet. And Brandon, where can everyone find you at?
Twitch.tv/C7Jimmy. I play Xenoblade, just Xenoblade. That's all I do. We don't talk about Odyssey.
We don't talk about Odyssey. No.
I do RPGs. Doing Persona 4 next after Xenoblade, probably sometime in January. It's at SandwichUV on Twitter. I'm on the Discord. That's where people talk to me.
All right.
Discord.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are interested in joining the Discord, do !Discord, and yeah, check all these beautiful people out. And this is the first episode of the Midnight Channel. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. All right.
Goodbye, everyone.
All right. Bye, guys.